Welcome back, everybody, to the online Casa Weekly here on this wonderful Friday night. I'm the Doctor, and I'm being joined by a special guest, once in a lifetime opportunity. It is none other than the great Dr. Pepper. Oh, wait, what's
Hold
that
on
production?
now.
Wait,
Hold on
production's whispering in my ear?
What?
It's the Saint Cola.
This man actually said, I taste like medicine. But listen, I'm wild, not mild, baby. It's St. Cola on the mic, joining the doctor. And we are out here for this top 8 Street Fighter V action in the Casa, dog. And I'm ready to see it. We already saw Art working out. We saw Lizard Man get his brains, I wouldn't say smoothed out. I would say they were actually starting to get some wrinkles out there. And we saw a lot of diversity, but now we're here. Top 8 style people. If you have it, tweet it out. If you have it, hit the Matcherino. Because if you don't do either of those things, I will slap the taste out of your mouth.
Yeah, I mean, like I said on Twitter, Bunch actually makes fun of you guys in the chat when you don't use the code, because he combs through that thing nice and fine, finds the names of the people who've already used it, and then when he doesn't find your name, he comes in to us and complains. And I'm tired of it, guys. I am so tired of listening to Bunch complain. Please use the codes. I can't take anymore.
Please, I can't take anymore. And you know what? In return, we're going to give you some great top level Street Fighter V action on the East Coast side of things. Profit versus Vast In is the first match of this top 8. Let's get it. Oh man, is this going to be a Urian versus Gil? Yo, the brothers battling it out?
Yeah, this is going to be a good one. I mean, Prophet is on a pretty good winning spree as well. You know, he's won a couple of them this year already. So, I mean, it's only the second month of the year. We're still living in the online world. We're still jacked in. And the Gil is just something different. I mean, we here at the console, we know our character specialists, right? We got Zaffarino, we got Prophet, we got Flux Waves. Like, we got the specialists, but they're different specialists, right? They're not your Camis, they're not your Sakuras. We got the Tiger King, we got Gil, and we have Poison. And I mean, what else can you ask for?
I mean, I would ask for some more buffs if I was playing Gil, to be honest, but he makes it work. I gotta say, the homie out here, Prophet, if he plays Gil, and he will, makes it work. And this isn't the worst kind of matchup that you have to deal with, to be honest. I think Gil's actually pretty decent against Urian. I don't think he beats Urian, but he can fight Urian pretty well. The parry comes through in the clutch, so you can't be throwing up fireballs, and a lot of those predictive moves from full screen when he does the EX knees or tackle can get parried and punished. And again, projectiles being a problem for Urian is going to be an issue. So you got to stock up with the V skill too. It's going to be high octane action right here. Let's get it.
Yeah, and I mean, that parry is 2 frames, and we talked about it a couple weeks now. It's very good in the clutch, and I don't know, this is such an interesting matchup because when you look at them, they're very similar. I'm kind of sad we didn't actually get the Gil Urian costume. I think that would have been kind of funny.
It would have hurt all of our eyes, right? This would have been like, all right, sorry people. This one right here that looks like a bootleg version, a dollar store version. But this is the real deal right here with the activation. Let me see the bad setups, dog. Let me see the steps. He's out of there, but still gets hit with the retribution, baby. Does it again. Twice as nice.
Yeah, I mean, those setups have been practiced. They're in the lab. Prophet's constantly tweeting out some new tech. There was a big one this week. They know what the character can do. Now they just have to hold this mix, and it's not starting off strong.
Reset. Stays in front, dog. This is the problem right here. You got another mirror on the deck. It's a buy one, get one free sale. Anti-air with the fierce, the ashy elbows coming through in the clutch, finishing off with a tackle. Vast In, I gotta say, I love his escape options that he's been doing, and also his defense. Not getting opened up with those ridiculous, B-trigger combos that we see on the deck. That's the thing about Gil. If he doesn't get those things off, he's kind of lacking and slacking.
Yeah, I mean, look how much damage he takes, too. That was one knee drop into a throw, and he lost basically a fifth of his HP bar. That is a lot to be losing within the first 10 seconds. And even now, look at this trade back. It's not quite the same.
No, but he does have the 2-bar. That's one benefit. If he can land the setups, that's where the character shines. And here, right here, it's almost a stun and done. The EX connects. Yo, off the backboard, man. Let me see some dirty, dog.
Oh, he's reaching. Gets caught with the dirty toes, though, and he gets planted right back into the corner. Still has one mirror, sets it up, and oh no, he fell for the trick again.
The mirror right in front, disallowing any approach. That's also the problem. I feel like the EX knees of Gil don't go that as far as Urian's, right? You don't get to touch the top of the ceiling right there and just skate on through. You don't have as much momentum, and that was a smart move to stay outside, Bast, and saying you're gonna have to leave at some point. You're gonna have to find the exit point at some point, and I'm gonna catch you when you do. Vast in with the win. Seems pretty practiced in this matchup. And one thing that people gotta realize is when you fight lower tier characters or mid tier characters, some people don't have a game plan. Bastin definitely has a game plan for this character.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to get cheesed out. You don't want that knowledge gap to really be the reason you're losing. And Basten so far has proven he has that flow chart. He knows what is coming his way and has adjustments ready for it. And so Prophet, though, Prophet's one of the masters of, downloading and readjusting their game plan. We've seen it time and time again here. They go down a little bit, but they come right back up to the moon.
With the wake up jab like that, I like that Abare. Just as you said, I was looking a little free, but here we go though, Bastin with the EX and gets the 3-piece combo, the target combo. That hit like a family meal. That's the finish. Bastin going in. And the problem with Prophet is you're playing a character that just cannot deal, in the neutral in terms of the buttons. That's the bigger issue. You try to contest, but the parry doesn't matter. Two-frame parry, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, he parried it technically. It was just, afterwards. Yeah, everything afterwards went horribly wrong. And so now it's looking pretty even. That's a bit unfortunate, but we take those if you're Prophet. Trying to set up something, but he's just reaching with all these buttons, and Bastin is not biting.
Goes out the V trigger. Bastin trying to stay alive. This is one of those moments where, but to say, get the damage, gets the 3-piece on the counter hit, tries to get the, EX, I like that. Plus frames. Makes Prophet V reversal. That's unfortunate. That means you're not going to be able to use V trigger for a little bit longer.
You might not even get the chance with the HP he has left. It's available. Gets the back throw, has the setup potential, but he gets reaching. Doesn't use it. Still has trigger. Doesn't even
the walk
need
up
it.
throw. Prophet. With that amount of health, any other person would have held back, but Prophet just goes in, makes him check a stain on the wall. He said, "You did that, dog. You did that when you shook up the soda too much. You need to clean that up with your face." Prophet trying to even things out and get one on the board in terms of matches. Nice fade away. The catch connects. The toes, the double dash up, and I like him trying to push him to the corner, get some aggression going.
Oh, man, I love that. Normally, you'd expect him to dash up and push a button, but he stands back, holds out the ice ball, gets the punish on the EX headbutt, which has been so problematic for Prophet. And are we going to see those 7 golden letters? Yes, we will.
Sir. Gucci. Prophet. And you know what? You were talking about how sometimes those download speeds, you have to call the service real quick and say, yo, help me out. It's a little lacking out here. It's going red. And they juicy up real good. That's what Prophet's on right now with the 2 scoops. Prophet going a little wild with the character. You kind of have to do that with Gil. You saw like the light Laureate come through and the fireballs and things like that. Sometimes you have to throw those movements in there. They're not safe, but when you can get that momentum going, it's hard to stop.
Yeah, and once you then also get that trigger, which we haven't seen really since the first round, it then becomes that much more problematic because you set those ice traps up. Now you're a bit of a worse end right now, and Bastin took that last round quite personally, it would seem.
Yeah, he's just like, dog, I'm definitely coming back. I can't be hit with a perfect like that. That's unfortunate. Hold this dash up, crouching fierce, able to get this full conversion and put some stun on the board. That's one of the benefits of the ice is that you get to make them hold that stun until they touch you, or until at least goes away. Prophet, no V trigger to play with, but he does have the lead right here. Just doesn't need to get hit right here.
That was a scary dash back, though. I thought he was going to get clipped by that fireball. Staying alive, though, just holding back. This fireball game, so far, it's doing okay. Finally going to get that hit in. Prophet now looking a little scarce in the HP department, and sold out.
Dang, that was unfortunate. You saw him like bounce off. That's the problem with the V trigger mirror. When you're dealing with a V trigger like this, you're still in the mix-up even when you're blocking. That's how Aegis works, but this is how this works out when I anti you, but the wake up, I like that reversal situation from Bastin, disallowing the momentum. Again, having one that's so strong in fighting games, and that's one thing that Gil needs to have too, but you can easily take it away as you saw with Bastin. Good job, good stun.
It's looking a little rough right now. This is first to 3 though, so don't let the aftermath here confuse you guys at home. But I mean, this is looking really rough for Prophet. He finally gets a hit though.
Let me see that. Let me see them Twitter combos, dog. Let me see them Twitter combos with the EX connects. Bastin will have none of that. He will have none of that. And I'm telling you something right now. People can sit here and complain about, Gil's mix-ups and this and that. But if you sit down and study, know your options. Some people say backdash. Other people like Bastin say, I'm going to wake up EX reversal. And as long as we have an answer, to me, the things about Gil that make him so strong aren't so strong. I don't know why. It looks like he bounced out. He's like, dog, am I done? Well, you're not done just yet. There's still one more to play.
Yeah, it's lobby was still in first to two mode, but it is top eight, meaning first to three. But yeah, I mean, when in doubt, just DP out, and seemingly that does kind of prove a problem here for Gil. Once we get Profit back in, we'll have to see if maybe this little bit of a breather here will do him good, and he'll be able to come in just a little bit stronger, a little bit more tuned, and keep it, locked in and turn this around. It is 2-1. It's doable. It's not over yet. He still has 2 games left in him.
Yeah, he needs to start. I think when these V-trigger moments come out, start understanding that Vastin will panic, or not even panic, but go for the EX reversal. That's happened multiple times. That's something he has to catch on to, and Vastin will keep doing it because it works. Why stop doing something if it's working, right? There's no reason. The onus is on them to stop the obstinates. That's just how it will always be. And if you're not allowing that to happen, you're just gonna get hit with EX headbutt over and over and over again until they get that win. Vast in on game point, can Profit bring it back?
Yeah, he has the tools. We know Profit. He's a good player. Vast End, also great player. The times we've seen him here, they've done very well making it into the later stages of the tournament. And the Urian is just nasty. It is so good. We're actually going to get the switch up from Profit, originally a Urian player when we came to the online world, and is going back to the roots.
Dang, the mirror match, the true mirror match right here. We've seen a lot of mirrors. Both of them running that V-trigger one, of course, but the dash up right here. Profit, as you said, going back to the roots. Mirror matches are kind of wonky to play. They're always kind of weird. There's not really set strategy. You're really fighting the person more than you're fighting the character.
Yeah, and I mean, New England here, we have so many Urians. It's a very well-known mirror matchup, so I definitely expect to be very solid here, but maybe those mechanics coming in from Gil might be a little, unfamiliar. It is been a while since we've seen Profit actually run this character, so it's looking much better so far. Very more even.
Yeah, I like how he whip punched the toe tap. And you've seen him just, immediately acclimate, and that's the sign of someone who's been playing the character for a while. The wait and the bait, but doesn't do anything about it. Had time to deal with it. Now the EX connects. Yo, Profit jumping on him, blessing that melon dog. And it's not even Sunday.
Yeah, big counter bar there on the side of the screen. And I did like what we saw there with the mirror play around EX EPing through it, waiting for Vasten to use their own EX. They blocked it. Unfortunately, the mirror was still active, so they couldn't really do a whole lot about it, but I love it. Just walk up, push a button right in your face, and we find yourselves in the corner once again.
My man's definitely out here saying, don't play my character, dog. Don't play my character. Anti-air there, and now put the tackle, put him into the corner. The throw as well. Your defensive options are limited, but he runs out with the EXDP again. You have to mind those reversals. Now the switch in positions.
Yeah, no punish there, though. Holds it. Just trying to get out of the corner here. Profit, though, gets caught slipping, and he's reversing again. That's 2 rounds in a row now. We've seen that from Profit.
Just throwing the crouching mediums. They will work if I keep landing him. Gets the cross up, too. Vast in on set point. Everything going out of the way. You saw, I feel like when you're not able to use V-Trigger with Urian, even if it's a mirror match, that's real unfortunate. Like that's what the character's all about, is the V-Trigger. It's the mix with the mirrors. If you're not able to get that mix, there's no flavor. It's like butter noodles.
Hey, now butter noodles, they're not terrible. You just need the good noodles. You can't get your general store noodles. You need the good artisanal noodles. I'm telling you.
Artisanal noodles with artisanal butter, it's still gonna taste like crap. We're trying to see the spice that ain't so nice. Let me get a little bit of that. Let me get a little something on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
little
some parsley,
sauce on that, dog.
some basil.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying, dog. You gotta have more than just the butter noodles, brother. Yo, Profit out here seasoning this dude with fist to face. Got him caught in the corner. One mirror gone.
No anti-air, though. Looking scary. Does finally miss out on a button here. Starts their own offense. Profit needs this to stay alive. They need this right here.
That might have been if he had the buffer. Yo, Ignite Thunder. We getting real ignorant out here. Dash up, hold the plus frames. Last mirror anti-air there. And the walk-up throw, though. Profit staying alive. Taking it to the limit. The final game between the two. Don't play my character. You go to the character select screen, don't play my character, dog. Pick someone else. You got 40 plus characters, play somebody else.
Listen, those players must be listening to the stream because they got jealous of our noodles. They had to bring some spaghetti to the training room because that was a little sloppy at the end there. But it's top eight winners. Like these players are fighting to stay in the top side of the house. They hate getting sent to the basement. It smells like mold and rugs, and it's just not a good look for the players. So they're trying to stay up here. Vasten getting a nice little combo there, but
Yep.
Prophet's not out.
Yeah, he's not out of here, right? You know, I like that challenge after that. But there's the EX knee drops. V reversal. Prophet more willing to use the V reversal in these situations to get the that momentum back. But again, not having V trigger is going to be a pain point because Vasten's willing to save that sucker.
Yeah, Vasten, I don't think they've V-reversal ever in the 5 games we've watched so far. They just, nope, mirror's more important. I will hold this mix. I will take that throw. Just let me use my mirror to my content. And Prophet definitely not of the same mind, but looking pretty good here.
Okay, here's the Aegis Reflector. B reversal does
Yo.
not connect the throw. I like that though. You know what he was going for. V reversals again. Prophet trying to take that win. A lot of great life, but it doesn't matter. EX needs V reversal. Trying to disallow the plus frames. Prophet trying to stay alive.
Oh no, the tackle not able to be punished. Still safe. Gets the
Caught the
uppercut.
backdash. Yo. Doc, he caught the backdash with the crouching fears. Them ashy elbows reach super far, and we've reached the damn near finale right here. Prophet on set point taking it back from Vasten.
Listen, Prophet he installed that $24 million Mind Stone in there, and all of a sudden he can read him. He knows what he's doing. There's no chance for Vasten to be ahead of him at this point. And look at this. It's already starting off strong. Set point now for Prophet. Doesn't have a lot to work with except for that V reversal he's been using so nicely.
Nice anti-air. Again, the crouching fierce has come out in the clutch quite a bit, covering a lot of distance. EX connects though, catching them long, lanky limbs. EX though, Prophet says if I got a reversal, I'm going in with it. And he's going in, yo, get the finish, trying to get the throw bait. Prophet got to survive against the mirror. Back throw.
Okay.
Yo, I got a mirror
mirror.
too. You play with them things, I'm like me too. You play with them things, I'm like me too. Prophet says pick a different character, dog. Maybe you should play Gil. Maybe you should play something else. Prophet moving on in the winner's side with that EX, that connect. Damn. When he's got the momentum, when he's got that movement, I feel like he just is able to operate better. Gil is great with his dashes and stuff, but the reward that Urian gets is so much better. I'm sure that he's grimacing. He's probably like, man, I wanted to play Gil. But when
Yeah, I
you
mean,
want the
that's-
W, you switch.
Yeah, but I mean, that's something that we haven't seen from Prophet in a number of tournaments, actually, is him being forced to take that character change. We've been seeing him once he hits top 8, Gil 100% all the way through, and Vastand broke him. He made him pick that Urian and brought out the beast within. And if that's bad for the rest of these tournament players, then you know who to call. Call up Vastand and be like, bro, what are you doing to me? I don't want to play your Prophet's Urian. Just let me live.
So we live, please. But that'll let him move on. I feel like it's always great to have multiple characters though, like even especially in this season of the game, like where we're so close to an update, it's good to, you know, be dabbling in multiple characters, and there is a good chance that Gil does get buffed. So then you have a character that might be able to deal with kind of the fireball pressure that Urian, I wouldn't say always struggles with, but definitely has to kind of put his back into, and you know, can be a good addition to someone's toolkit. So it's always good to look at other characters. Speaking of people who have other characters, we're gonna have the Poison Allura up on the deck. Mylin, Maylin, whatever you want to call them, versus Child. I saw the
Child,
discourse earlier.
The one character chump, I guess, if we're going through this context, but is Balrog, the overhead king. And this is a toughie because, like you said, it's probably going to be the poison. I do think the poison into the Balrog would be the play. Laura, she's got the schmicks, but like, what are you supposed to do to contend with those buttons to those long range engagements? But it's no, CJ Grayson in the chat, please, no, not that way.
No,
but
okay, not that one. Hold on now. That's not the
wait
name.
a minute.
But the name of the game will definitely be a lot of whips and a lot of hits right here. Again, the poison pick is really good. I do think Laura can do pretty well. In fact, I think she can smother Rog. So either way, Mylin can definitely take, you know, on paper a bigger advantage. But you know what's on paper doesn't always happen in Street Fighter V. Been watching a lot of, you know, been commentating a lot of games where it's like, damn, on paper this is looking long for the homie. But Child, someone like Child definitely has been running into the dudes like Idom and stuff like that and other Poison players and maybe other Laura players too. He's been through the mix and he says, dog, I'm trying to stay sober out here. Can he stay sober in this match?
It's a good question. I mean, they have the tools, they have the knowledge, like you said. They've practiced the matchup, and man, this is gonna be interesting because the smothering could happen. There's no real reversal there besides the V reversal. You know, no DP out, no unblockable. Just has to kind of hold it.
Nice V skill though to the fireball when you're that close. In the overhead, blessing the dome, dog, letting that rain. Yo, peace be with you, and also with you. Time for bed. Boom, bop, bam.
Talking about smothering, that is definitely what you love to see there. Although it's at the pull of a V trigger, right back. And wait, Mylin, you had it. Don't drop it.
You have B trigger as this character, as Laura. She's never down until she's out, until you see the KO on the screen. Let me see the mix. Holds it. That is the bait right there. I love that. Interrupts the EX and the stun. It's done. Miley did two smart things. Charged up the fireball and then interrupted anyway to stop the EX from Child. That was ridiculous. Great timing, great intelligence right here. Mylin takes the first one.
That hurts. To see that EX get interrupted in such a way, that's backbreaking. That is so tough to see, but staying strong here, coming in once again, letting those EX rip. It's a lot of damage on the screen right now. These health bars are melting so fast.
I gotta give Child some, credit to be able to react to the V skill, react to the claps right in front of the face with the V skill, but still in the corner, lacking and slacking. Careful, nice denial of the activation, trying to get the finish. One more touch, just grace the face with the crouching medium kick, puts him in his place.
Yeah, those are some long legs there. Can't escape them. They just get right up in there for you, and that was good. I do think Child has some momentum to make up for, but I think overall they have the right game plan. They have the right call-outs. They need a bit more momentum behind them.
Yeah, and I mean it's hard with Rog because again you don't really have many reversal options that are like on point against this character. You have a 3-frame, and you have a decent anti-air with crouching or with standing medium punch, but those all have to be timed right. When she puts you on the ground, you're going down. Careful with these V skills. When they're misplaced, you're gonna see punishes.
Yeah, and it's so much different from a normal fireball too, because there is the charge up, there is the delay tactic, and Child trying to get their timing down, but sometimes you're just off, right? Sometimes you're just a frame away and you can't quite get the capitalization you want, just like that. Gets a second one for good measure.
Gotta be careful. I like that backdash away. Get yourself some space. You don't want to be too far out, and the crouching medium kick connects. Again, using that crouching medium kick to stop a lot of pressure, but the V skill on through. This character can do damage when you allow them. Will Child get this damage that he needs? Careful though with the EX boom, or the EX clap, I should say, like that, and it's a wrap. Damn, Mylin, relax. Let us talk about the match. Out of bars. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hit y'all with all those many bars, but Mylin cooking. I had to start cooking on the mic too.
Yeah, no shot. I mean, it's just so tough right now as a Balrog player in this matchup because look at that. The timing is just simply not there. It just gets dashed up on buttons and face the V skill. And, they're trading back damage nicely, but there's just not enough links together. There's too many sunset wheels. They're getting dizzy. They're feeling the motion of the ocean. And it is not looking good here for Child.
Yeah, a lot of the crouching medium kicks are checking a lot of that option. Again, the bolt charging, having different timings, and plus with the EX bar that makes the plus, is going to be real difficult for Child to smooth on through. Using the V skill overhead, V trigger activation denies the V reversal. If you can get the damage, you can get that win. Just get the damage. That's all you need to do, Child. But the side switch in front, in the throw. Oh no.
Rough out there. One thing I do love to see, though, from Mylin, though, is they're actually spending that reversal bar. They're not holding Child's pressure. They're throwing it out there. They don't need the trigger on this character. They're doing just fine without it. And yes, you got grabbed out of it once, but that's one throw. Take it. You move on to the next one.
Child.
Yeah, there's
He's
no
in the
pressure
chat right now. Do you see him? He's in the chat right now saying GG's like it's over. You got, fight back, Child. You need to fight back. Don't throw in the towel. Don't throw in the towel, dog. My man's like, I gotta go eat. No, you better start eating right now. There's a big Matcherino pot right now. You can definitely order some Uber Eats if you make it with this damn bracket, dog. And you're not out just yet. It is game point Mylin, but it ain't over just yet. Child gotta figure out a way to fight back, and it's easier said than done. There you go, the conversions. I wanted to see more of this. No fake stuff. No goofy stuff right here. All real.
Oh man. Yeah, needs to be all in, but this is a lot of damage coming back from Mylin. Sunset Will, not enough to kill, just needs one more, and it's the, what is it? It's the crouching medium kick. We've seen that before.
And her Oki options after a command grab, a normal one, aren't really real, but you have to be able to, be careful about getting checked on the walk back and things like that. Yo, interruption, the denial of the pressure. Mylin again going in. Finds the EX. Yo, it's one more hit for the stun and possibly done. Nice neutral jump going north so you don't go south.
Yeah, just really great jump timing there. Gets the stun bar all the way back to the 0, building up Mylin's, but that crush counter is huge pressure, momentum changer.
Still the backdash trying to get out of this pressure, but now you're in the corner, and now you're eating a lot of plus frames, and it is Mylin taking it for the win. I wish Child had gotten something to eat a little bit earlier, because I feel like on a good stomach, I feel like you would have maybe fought back just a little bit more. But anyway, props to Mylin for keeping the pressure on, recognizing a lot of what Child wanted to do, and Child, I feel like it's a bad matchup either way. Like you see a lot of the tools, the crouching mini kick, the fireball, and the variants of that fireball speed and stuff like that are all going to be issues, and also her mixes when she gets them going, and especially in V trigger. But you have to find the right conversions and no goofy stuff, all real stuff, right? You got to keep everything that you do real and tight.
Yeah, I mean, that's not the end for Child, though. That was winner's side. They do still have that loser's side run to be had. They do have some big names that they have to fight through right now. Their next matchup is going to be that Shin Akuma level PC, and that's doable. I do think Child has it in them. Once they get a snack, maybe a full-fledged meal, order some Uber Eats, like you said, they have the energy to run through. Our next matchup, though, would be facing off the winner of that. It is going to be NYC Furby versus Vasten. We just saw Vasten on that Urian. Furby has been tearing through the brackets so far already tonight. Those young man reactions doing them good once again.
Yeah, that's going to be a Urian versus
Sim.
Urian versus Sim matchup, yeah. And I think, playing Urian for a while, I feel like that matchup's not that bad. When you're able to get slathered and lather that V skill armor, I've been watching other people kind of dabble in V-Trigger 2, which won't happen here, because V-Trigger 1 is already amazing as it is. So definitely going to be a fun match. I know that Art has definitely fought a lot of Urians. If you watch his stream, at any point, you definitely see him run into a lot of Urians. The East Coast is full of them. It's almost like a pandemic in and of itself. Is a Urian nation coming through. Every time you pop open the stream, it's a 2-bar Urian. Not on his stream. He always has good, he always has good connections. That fiber. But people, let's speed it on up to that match reel, ! Match reel. Run that in the chat. Get speedy like that. Run the code. Run some love and support for all the games that were featured today on the Casa. And I'm also going to need you to get speedy with it and quickly tweet out the things on the Twitters, on the Facebook. If you got to ask your online parents to let you do it, okay? But get to it. Online parents, I'm sorry.
Man, who uses Facebook anymore? I know you're a bit older there, Saint, but I mean, I didn't think you were a boomer just yet. Yeah, but you're still hip
Bro,
with
I'm
the
definitely
kids.
a boomer. You don't understand. My MySpace is still rolling. Every time you come through, you're gonna be here in the Lincoln Park. All right.
MySpace.com/Saint Cola.
It's right up there, dog. I'm telling you. And you'd be surprised at my top 10.
Oh,
You'd
man,
be
you got
very
top
surprised
8.
at my top 10.
You got top 10. You got a big friend group over there.
Yeah, we got. I always look at my Facebook, my MySpace group friends, and I make sure that they're highly cultivated. And every time they, I don't know why I said retweet, like this post, or you'll die tomorrow. I always keep good with that kind of stuff. You guys know,
right?
There are people in the chat that probably don't even know what a MySpace is. That kills me. There are people that probably don't know what a live journal is. Y'all don't understand. Do you know what a live journal is, Doc? Do you know what a live journal is?
Do you remember the phone tone when you used to try and get on the internet, and then if somebody picked up the phone, you just get DC'd? I remember. That was terrible days. Those were the cold days, the dark days.
The very dark days. Those were the unfortunate days where you were like, you're waiting for pictures to show up, and it took about 30 minutes, and mom was coming through the door. What kind of picture I ain't gonna tell? Well, I will tell you this:
You
is we
know
have
what
more
kind
Street
of
Fighter 5
picture.
action. I'm just gonna tell you this: there's more Street Fighter 5 action on the way. I'm gonna get fired. Listen. I gotta be esports everywhere else. Can I just be a little
Yeah.
bit more open here?
Listen, Saint,
Can I be cool
listen to
here?
me.
Can
Yeah,
I?
you can be
Chat, let me know.
yourself. Say the things you need to say. If it involves going through a wall, say it. If it goes, a little dark, say it. Just let it all out, Saint. We'll keep it tight. Royal Rumble it. We'll delete the
Is it gonna leave
VOD.
here? Is it gonna leave here? If it doesn't leave here, I'll say it right now. Lady
I'm not
Dimitri
gonna
or
I'm
whatever.
not taking it anywhere. If
You're
chat
not
wants
taking
to
it.
take it somewhere else, that's up to them.
Chat,
But me, I'm letting it lie.
chat, hold it down for me. If Lady Dimitri were to put me through a ceiling and spin me around like a fan, I would be fine with that. If that happens in the game, I will never pass that point of the game. Let's just put it that way, okay? That's all I'm trying to say. All right, I think they created a great character, and if that character threw me through the drywall and made me meet my neighbors, that'd be great too, okay? But chat, you got to
Well,
promise.
no, that's taking it too
can't
far.
tell
I don't want to
anybody
meet
this.
my neighbors. That's too far. Let me go through the ceiling to my own flat. Let me just stay where I am. I don't want to be meeting nobody else in this interaction here. I'm just chilling.
Listen, but that's the way she plays, dog. She tosses you, and you end up on the other side. You're like, oh, hello, how you doing? But I'm glad that they made that character. Let's hope that's the last character. It's all a setup for the last character for Street Fighter 5. Speaking of the last character of Street Fighter 5, I hope we get more information on that next
hold
week.
up? Did you see the comparison between her and Abigail? And Abigail looks like Tyler 1 looking up at the lady at the esports event.
Yeah. Well, he's like all buff. He's like staring up.
Yeah, and Abigail's tiny compared to her. And I'm sitting here like, bruh, Abigail's too big.
And she has to duck underneath every single stage. Dog,
Oh.
I am excited though for next week. I'm excited to see what they're gonna do in terms of like more about Dan and also seemingly Rose. I guess they have more information. It'd be really cool if they were like, bro, dropping Rose on you guys as well. And then also whatever they're gonna do with the Capcom
Hyping it up too
finals.
much? Sure.
What?
The Cap. I said you're getting it into the community that there might be more than there actually is. Don't give them hope about Rose.
I wish I knew.
I think it'd be great, but
Yeah, I don't know anything. Don't hit me up and ask me. I don't know shit. I wish. One of the things is I feel like as a commentator, like if they were like, bro, we're gonna tell you what the reveal is, I would say don't tell me. I want to find out like everybody else, and maybe punch the drywall like a Kyle, drinking some Monster Energy drink in excitement. Let me do that right there, okay?
crack.
But like, just bro, how you just get too excited and your hand just ends up through a desk? It just happens like that. But I also hope they reveal what they're gonna do for the Capcom finals, because I hope they have because I don't want it to be like a 1-to-1 situation for these exhibitions. I hope it's like a 1 to like at least 5. It's got to be at least 5.
I saw somewhere 1 to 10 on Twitter. I thought
1 to 10?
unless they were talking about something else. But
Holy
yeah, I remember. Might have just been rumors. We'll find out Thursday, February 11th at whatever time the tweet says. I don't remember that much detail. But yeah, I mean, we'll find out hopefully then if they have some information about the finals, if they do have character, information, whether it's, the release of said characters, whatever it may be, just lock it in twitch.tv/Capcom Fighters Thursday, and we'll all find out together. And if you have a spare piece of drywall that you can send Saint so that the guy's poor apartment doesn't need more spackle, just ship it off to him, get him set up with it, let him be ready to go with that.
Exactly. And we're ready to go with the next match. Who we have on the deck, Doc? Who we got?
It's Vast End versus NYC Furby, the young art. Hoping those reactions are like a cat, because Vast End was pretty squirrely last time we saw him on stream.
Yeah, and again, this kind of matchup, I feel like when Yuri gets in, it's a wrap. Like a lot of that oppression is even harder to deal with. You don't have a reversal in a typical kind of sense, right? You have a 3-frame, but it's not really the best. And as Sim, like one of his biggest problems is when they get you in the corner, that ages, and you're staring at yourself. You're thinking about you're looking at your life flash between your eyes, and you're like, damn, I should have did this. I should have picked a different character. But at the same time, Art has done some damage with this character, has won some Casas and other tournaments, if not hit the goddamn top 8s with Sim, and had the Simquisition pretty upset out here. They're like, dog, you can't be out here showing how good Sim is. We might have to exile him.
I mean, like, you need the exception that proves the rule, right? Like, Art is just that exception. He's so much better than all the other Sims out there. It's just nothing you can do about it. It's to prove how bad the character is, right? You just, just be
It's
quiet, let him do his thing.
Yeah, just let him work. I do feel like he is definitely the best US sim. Like, I would definitely say that at this point, he's definitely putting enough work to put it. But he's also being put in the corner right here. Counter hit gets the meaty no vegan, and it's almost a stun, a stun and done situation. Fast in with another throw and a V reversal, denying that defense.
Yeah, it doesn't get the stun though, so it has a bit more to play with, but it is not looking good. Throw tech once again to stay alive, but tackles right through the shin bone there. That's gotta hurt.
I like how Bastion is playing. He's like, if I get that last hit, it's over. And Sim is not a good comeback character. Like, he's not gonna sit here and rob you with V trigger. He's gonna put you through several mixes to get things going. Don't clip that, Sim players. I'm not giving you credit. Relax.
Listen, when you gotta hit him 12 times for every one, you have to earn it, and it is, trigger one, so it's that very slow trigger too. On top of everything else, it's not that big fat fire orb that you get with the second one, and so it's a bit. I don't know. In this matchup, do you think you'd prefer trigger two? Because it is so much more volatile, right?
I honestly, this matchup, I just prefer V reversing at this point because there's so much pressure that comes from the character. I think the triggers aren't gonna give you too much at this point. Or you pop it like this to get like that last hit kind of finish right here, which is great. But either way, V reversal, as we've seen before, has been denied so many times. So at this point, you just land those final hits and get it like that. Furby coming down from the ceiling.
That was so menacing, and then he just kind of gets like toe tapped right in the forehead, and it just all fell apart at that point. It was cross up too, actually, just watching it back on stream. So that was opposite side.
There we go. Gets the pickup right here. You want to have these good round starts, make them feel real unusual. But that Ignite Thunder coming through in the neutral. The double dash up, back throw though. Batista bomb interrupts though. I like that up bar. You got to check these dashes.
Yeah, gets the reversal, or not reversal, gets the reversal. There we go, EX version. And just brings them all the way back to the corner. We've seen this before. Fasta knows how to work this corner. They're getting it done already.
And I feel like Bastion's fine with throwing out these tackles because there's not big punishes unless, Furby's got meter to work with. Like, you're not going to get a big punish off the light unless you're spinning some bar. Again, Sim players, don't take that and run with it because you will. I know Broski out here with a subtweet.
How many Sim players do you actually think are in the chat right now clipping you out of context?
You'd be surprised.
Hit you up on Twitter.
They run deep, dog. The Simquisition runs deep. And my man's trying to run deep with this losers bracket run, but Bastion stands in his way and has a great lead in terms of health. But there's the bar and the blessing.
Oh, blessed again with the teleport play. He does eat the knee drop though, but it's still almost anyone's game.
Again, the checks on the dash. You gotta mind these dashes, dog. You're going 16 to 25. I'm gonna have to write you up. All right, no more warnings, because did it multiple times in this match. We've seen it happen multiple times where Furby has checked the dashes, has checked the fake stuff, has made sure that you don't got the meaty no vegan, you ain't got the Oki, we got a problem. And I like the way that he's constantly making sure that Bastion is paying for a lot of this fake stuff.
Saying you got caught, chat boy.
Use with fiber. Come on now.
They got you.
Bro.
Clip it, rip it, ship it to the Twitterverse, and Saint is done for. You heard it here first, folks. You're gonna have to rename yourself. The good old Dr. Pepper making a comeback.
It's gonna have to be Saint Diet Cola out here. Yeah, the new commentator, Saint Diet Cola, coming through. How you doing? I can't stand you, usable fiber. But I you know what? If I'm Vasta, I can't stand the movement right here. Also, you see a lot of the floats right here, disallowing the EX, and that's unfortunate. That's barred off the table right here.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of different funky movement plays coming out of Art so far this set, and it's been really problematic for Vasta. And they're not these traditional falling times. They're not the traditional float timings either. We've seen a couple different teleports really blow him up as well. I mean, look at this. He just can't get out of the corner. He's trapped. There's no escaping this.
Nice jump back. Use that final hit to do it. Let me see them shooters on the roof, dog. Look at him floating, having a blast. Charges up. He's willing to take this. Slide on through. The shooters on the roof with the scope again, dog. You see the glint in the sky. The glint in the sky. The trigger is pulled. Furby with the sniper, dog. He's got the snipers in every city. Every area code.
You don't even need that specialist perk to make sure to know where they're coming from. He's just going to hit you wherever you're looking, and there's no escaping it. It is aim locked, shot on target. And Vast End, they're falling a little bit behind here. This is looking a little bit different than we saw in, the previous matchup.
You definitely want to have the lead, and here we go. This is looking a lot better. Gets a pickup. I feel like EX would have been the stun, but gets it done anyway. Stocking up with the thunder and able to get the pickup. This is optimal, and this is dead. Saving the bar too. Smart stuff by that. Then staying optimal with it.
Yeah, a little unfortunate there. Art got the air hit, but he recovered in time, and he gets punished for it on just that pixel of a stun bar he needed for it. Fast M able to bring it back quite nicely, but this mid screen is a problem. He needs to find a way in that doesn't involve using multiple EX bars, and it just hasn't found it yet.
I think this is where V-Skill 1 would have came in the clutch, because you at least wouldn't have been able to use the armor to use the tackle situation a little bit better. We have seen Furby kind of back off a little bit, and when you have the moments to get the V-Skill, that would have been key, but he's still going in with the EX, trying to get the win, but the base god Agni gets denied, dog. None today with the throw. There you go. There you go. Fast in, getting damn near close to the damn win. Pops him up with the EX. Yo, one more, and there you go, Fast in. There's nothing that hurts more. I'm gonna tell you this, Doctor. There's nothing that hurts more than when you try to wake up Super as your reversal and it gets thrown. Art is just, there's a cigarette in his hand.
Bro, Vast Hands saw that wind up and said, nah, not today. Just choke slammed him right back into the dirt, and he just had to swallow it. There was no shot he was doing anything about that. The round was toast after that. He was like, what do you do at that point? You're like, here's my reversal. Oh, wait, I got nothing left. I have no meter. I got no bar. I just have to hold this. I can't. Oh, man, that hurts.
Yeah, and that means you're not going to be able to mix just as well. Without bar for Sim, that things are looking kind of long, and when you've lost that much health, you put in the corner again. My man suffering. But here we go. Good round start. This is how things go with Art. I feel like it's better when things go his way, but back throw. We saw this movie before.
Yeah, that EX tackle hits so high up in the air, though. Art finally going to get out. Does have that trigger available as well. Curious if he uses it. He's used it a couple times now, but nope, just going to go for the reversal.
I think that's fine. Kind of switch up your defensive options. Fast in, trying to get offensive with it. The dash up, crouching fears, puts him in the corner, overhead, B reversal. There you go, you're still alive, but for how long? EX connects, the shoulder tackle. One more hit, one touch.
One throw from either side will do it. Throws out the EX fireball just to get some space on slide. Empty, doesn't get punished though. Art's still in it.
Art fighting back, still swinging. This is Mr. Fantastic with them long fists made out of plastic, trying to get the slide a little too far out. You have to be at that right distance to deny the V skill. But man, that's getting put in front of the face. It's fist to face right here. Again, Vast in, crouching fierce EX, stun, trying to get that win.
That's a lot of damage. There's a lot of stun. Follows it up with even more damage. Does get the reset. Not gonna connect though. But it's corner. What is Art supposed to do here? He's trapped.
Definitely. Oh, but the catch. The crouching fierce covers so much range on the Ashy is available. I'm gonna tell you this right here. Vast in calling out that teleport and getting a fat punish. Looking real strong right here. I feel like just a less risky of an approach. He's still doing the EX, but his timings are different. It's hard for Furby to find that rhythm.
Yeah, I mean, with this series being dead, even one game apiece, one round apiece, there's no real advantage being gained here. Both players are just playing out of their mind. And even there, like, you get the initial hit as Furby, right? But you can't follow it up because you just get instantly jabbed out.
Crushing mini kick, trying to come in. Again, just waiting with that crouching fierce. He's gonna land it. He wants to land it, but yo, the fierce comes through from Art. I like that, but here we go. Aegis Reflector, you gotta survive. The V trigger, the plus frames off the V skill 2. Push to the corner.
Oh. So
again, trying
ridiculous.
To make clutch.
Oh no, he punished the viewer so by jumping over it. This is looking
Nice
really
throw
bad
bait.
for Art. It's done. Bro, the air EX flames are so funky because, like, they're just avoiding the crouch. And it just...
Yeah. It's floating in the sky. So he's like, dog, I'm up here chilling. But Vast is like, if you come down here, the minute the toes touch the ground, I'm going to pop you back up. and he has popped himself on game point. Remember, this is loser side, so if Art wants to stay in, he's got to fight back, dog. And I want him to fight back because I want to see more games, but this is looking long. He interrupts the tackle round start, though. Good awareness, at least, from Art.
Yeah, this is last point, last ditch effort now for Art. Does stick with the trigger one, skill one, no changing it up. Here is a purist, if you will, here on this Dhalsim, and is just slowly whittling fast and away, trying to play a bit more metered, and it seemed to be working so far, but it's mirror time.
Gets away from that mirror. I like that defensive teleport out. Oh, now we're floating. Now we're chilling. The mirror off the table, that's going to allow you at least some more survivability against this character. Nice sniper, but gets hit on the way down. That's one of the problems with the sniper. You can challenge when he comes down. But Art challenging, getting that EX conversion right after the pickup. Needs one more good significant hit, especially after this burning.
Almost gets it, but it's the back button here for Vasten. Gets a nice little combo there. Tries to send him up in the air again, but it's just one apiece, holding back. That's so bold.
Oh my god, I can't believe he checked with that light. Still alive, throws up the EX. Teleport on the other side. Again. Shooters on the roof. This time it was behind you. Watch your 6. Watch your 6. Art staying alive. Still game point for Vasten.
Yeah, it's still looking pretty good here, but it's a different approach from Art. It's a more metered approach. He's not going for these kind of crazy-ass plays, staying in the air with the X-Flame. Is more controlled, trying to bait Vasten in. It's something we saw Prophet do earlier. Vasten sees blood in the water, tries to go for it, tries to just feast on him, and just can't close it out.
Nice wait and bait to try to, see if he's going to do a reversal. Age Reflector to try to get the comeback. There actually might be one. This is one of the best V-triggers in the game. You see the side switch off the backboard again. Doesn't get the crouching fierce, but still got a lot of damage. Furby still one good sequence away from taking it, and has V-trigger to make him cook. Slide, activation, one more hit to do it. One more hit again.
Snipe.
Again. This time it was the west side, dog. You gotta watch the west. It was there was glass up. You see, you gotta watch for the glint. You gotta watch for the glint. That is actually punishable. You can fuzzy block that, but Vasten hasn't been able to get that win.
No, I mean, has that been every round win from Art actually been a sniper?
It's the past
it's
couple
pretty close.
have been. Yeah, it's pretty close that he's been just on top of the building. He has got the camo on. He's getting these wins. Final game between the two. Art is fighting back. He's going to take it all the way.
Man, look at those counter bars just stack up. There's another one. Vasten is just trying to do anything at this point to keep themselves, in an advantage, and Art just punishing it time and time again.
I think round starts are super important against whenever you're fighting Sim for any character, especially for Shotos. They are feel real unusual when they got to fight Sim, and having these round starts, that go your way are really important to being able to put Sim on the back foot and make them feel uncomfortable. The trade though, Vasten trying to get something, going. He's got V-trigger, but can he land something? He tries with the fireballs, but Art's will just float.
Oh, that could have been huge. Does get the activation here from Art, burning away, teleports back again. Now it's mirror time. He's held this block quite a number of times. Doesn't that time, though. Still mirror in the pocket.
I don't know if he's trying to attack or something, but still. Nice jump back, the fade away. Good
Counters
checks.
again.
Let me see that final hit. Art just needs that last hit. Try to get the sniper again. Too far out.
He went for it.
He had to make sure. He had to make sure. He was like, dog, if I miss, I ain't gonna miss again, though. He said, if I miss, I ain't gonna miss again. Art on set point.
Quite a comeback season we're seeing here as well. It's still doable for Vasten. They have the tools. We've seen them pull out these clutch victories before, even against Art tonight. So there's still hope. There's still dreams alive, but Art looking to smother those dreams, and he's in a good position so far. Look at this. It's Sim. He's playing like a Cammy player.
Dog, look at the zoner, by the way. This is a zoner, by the way, people. If you didn't know, Sim is a zoner, by the way. Look at this impression that he is putting on the man's, and there you go. It's all hands. The Mr. Fantastic got them long fists made out of plastic. Art stretching his way through loser side.
Man, he even got that Fantastic Four color on, too. Just really leaning into it, and yeah, he zoned him all right. Zoned him right into a coffin.
The Simquisitions out here, they're shaking right now. All of them are typing in the Discord. How downplay him now, guys? I don't know what we're gonna have to do now. I mean, we try to tell people he wasn't a zoner, but at the same time, you see the aggression this character can put on when the other player, the other character is on the back foot, when they can't reversal properly, and when the right reads are made, Art takes the win. But there's still a lot of bracket to go through, dog.
All we got to do to get, the Simquisition back on our side is just go spectate any other sim, right? Like, as soon as we see that sniper go wrong 5 times in a row, they'll have all the footage they need. We just got to stop spectating Art for now, let him do his thing quietly in losers, and we'll go find a different sim to watch.
Listen, we say that. That's true for the U.S., but anywhere else in any other region, they all have the same problem. We all have to band together and stop this Simquisition that's been happening. But we need to also band together and watch this great action. We're gonna have a Shin Akuma coming up on the deck versus Child, who's hopefully got his meal. Child, if you're in the chat, I hope you, dog, this time pay a little bit more attention to the match. Hope you got your meal. Your Uber Eats came early and ready for this, because this is going to be a difficult one. Akuma, very strong character. Projectiles always going to be it's not just the projectiles, because you can smooth on through with a V skill, but that in combination of Akuma's great normals plus the demon flips are going to be a pain point. But then again, you put hands on the man, it's a wrap. Everyone's got a plan to get punched in the face. Can Child land those hits?
Now, Saint, I think you're doing a bit of a disservice. He was just nerfed. Akuma trashed here now. You saw it live once Capcom put out the tweet. Everybody knew it. They hit their Twitter fingers real quick. They knew. They didn't believe Capcom would do him dirty like that, but here we are. But no, I think you're right. This skin is sick. The demon flips are definitely going to be a problem for a Child, because they have the great fireball game on Balrog. They've seen it before. They know their way around them. They just need to not get thrown.
Yeah, you definitely have to be super careful about. It's a combination of everything, right? Akuma has a lot of great tools. He's the Home Depot of Street Fighter V. But it doesn't matter if you don't use those tools the right way. You don't get to play, says Child. EX connects. One more hit will do it, and there you go, Child. Hitting them low. Damn.
Akuma showing those paper hands in action, just letting the EXDP rip so soon. It's a little early in the relationship for that, I think. Just, you gotta hold it. Let it out later, man. Just, what are you doing?
Let it out later? There's a stun?
There it is.
There
Perfect
you go.
timing. There you go. You just had to wait a little bit longer to be more comfortable with each other.
Actually using the demon flip right there. The throw pressure still strong. The crouching media kick connects. The perfect KO. What a return. No receipt. And you see Shin Akuma locking the character down. One of the things about Akuma that kind of got nerfed in the last patch was kind of that throw pressure, continuous in the corner. It doesn't matter, because you have these long reaching limbs like crouching media kick and crouching fierce to kind of keep them locked there. But again, damage coming from Balrog can be a problem.
Yeah, I mean, he's so paper thin in the HP department. Akuma does have all these tools, but he doesn't have a lot of meat behind him to really back him up. But as soon as he gets in, as soon as he gets you back to that corner, it really proves to be a problem. And Child, not unaccustomed to pressure, as we see here, they're good at applying it. They're able to take game one, and quite healthy at the end of it as well.
Yeah, you saw him actually check, or get checked by his V skill dash right there. Like, that to me is a sign. If I'm Child, I'm looking at okay, not gonna react to that. They're being too pensive. They're too much on the back foot, right? And as Akuma, you can play lame, but you do have to flip the switch. Hit him with the flip mode, and you gotta go in eventually. It again is a matter of putting all these great tools together. And it's easier said than done with this character. I give Akuma players a lot of garbage, but you got to put everything together with this character to be really effective. I think he's one of the hardest characters to play at the high level.
Yeah, and we've seen that it is this very passive play from Shin Akuma. They're fine holding back. They're doing a nice little sequence here, but every time Child does something, you can just see them holding back to block. They're getting caught low. They're getting caught high. They're getting countered. Child is just so ready for every single tool. It even does the double dash to get under the DP, and then just two pieces them. Doesn't even need to do anything fancy.
You see how he's so optimal and he's still gonna get that win? Oh, I like him doing the turn punch, but then again, Shin Akuma with that medium kick. Walking outside the distance, gets the counter hit. The meaty no vegan. Heavy kicks the side switch. That won't be here for that long, so Shin Akuma's definitely gonna be using that EXDP, the stun. This is what I'm talking about. You gotta get a little bit more aggressive. No more passive stuff. No more subtweets. All action, baby. Forward heavy punch connects the tech. Denied. Damage applied.
Yeah, that's what you need more of. You need to be going forward, all in. Yes, you're going to get tagged up. Yes, you're going to get beaten down, but you cannot let that shake you at this stage of the game. We're in the very end game of the tournament. You really need to be going all in, applying the pressure that your character can do, and coming out ahead for it. And Shinakuma, do that again. That's your key to victory right now.
Yeah. Continue on this pressure right here. These pressure moments off after the demon flips, but things like this when you get hit, not so good. Not so good to be caught up in the corner. Here's the activation. Akuma's never dead unless he's dead. I'm telling you, with all that bar, it's an overhead, but the check on the way down is not the way to do it. If the life bars were switched, it would be a different story. But Child, super healthy out here. He went to the doctor. He had his physical. They said he's clear, and he's clear to take this game right here.
Yeah, maybe Shinakuma did get a little confused there and, got the HP bars mixed up a little bit. Or maybe he was just going for something else. Maybe just a missed input, CFN eating up, a directional or something there. But yeah, it is going to now be a bit of a problem for Shinakuma. They've fallen 2-0 now. Match point here for Child, who is looking incredibly strong in this particular matchup and is really fiending for this later stage tournament. And, maybe that food really did do him a bit of good.
Yeah, he just need to get a little bit of meal inside him, dog. When you got the food, when you got the Zaffarino, when you're slumped over and you're playing like Zaffarino after you get that good Uber Eats, the overhead connects off the reset, trying to do it to him twice, wasn't so nice. Child knows that this is a wrap, dog. He said this round is a wrap. Activation, jump back jab didn't work, but does it again. Child getting the win. Set point Child, looking for that clean sweep. Clean.
Yeah. That food was laced with something, because this is a different Child right now. This is night and day to what we saw in the winner side. And I mean, they're even going to the air to just trade with anything. Doesn't even matter. They're just like, yeah, we'll sacrifice the body. We'll meet you in the sky. We'll come down harder, swing faster, and we'll beat you to the punch again.
Oh, that was probably missed input right there. Shinakuma at least jumping out, but I can feel that kind of pressure that he's put under right here. That Child has kind of hit him. Yeah, you cannot be swinging things out when he's got meter like that. The EX connects. Shinakuma got a lot of bar, but he's got to find a way to activate. And there we go, off the fireball, the hard knockdown. He's going to make the return over C. B skill. I can't believe he parried into the super. Not enough to kill.
Yeah, one more shot though. Does have a little bit of trigger left. Goes for the air fireball. Gets the overhead chop to stay alive.
Aggression is the name of the game. You can't be too pensive. And you also see the whip punches from Child when he's got me. You gotta be careful about that. Crush connects.
Look at that damage.
Start. Yo, Child's like, dog, let me get you with that return over C. You think you can do damage? You think you can do damage like that? I'm ball raw.
Paper
Catches the
mache.
teleport. Where are you going, son? Yo, it's nap time. Oh, but the meaty kick, you gotta confirm. You gotta confirm, my friend. Nap time again?
Oh, just tapping him
wants
away,
that throw.
but it's a pixel. It's done. It's so
Wake
done.
up, super.
Yeah.
Chip, no dip. Cheetos and
Oh, the
Rizzo,
teleport.
never mind. But the check on the way down, Child said, listen, you're going to eat these Cheetos, Doritos, and Fritos, baby. You're going to eat them. And just like that, that's a 3-0. That's a clean sweep. Child. Looking like a man. That I feel like there were really great moments from Child just in general to be aware of like the buttons being pressed in the neutral. He saw how he whiff punished the crouching heavy punch with the EX dash punch to catch him. And he says that he's not a person of lapping, whatever. He plays a lot by feel. But I gotta say, you a liar, dog, because he definitely knew what to do in that matchup.
Yeah, I mean, it's Akuma. Everybody knows how to play against Akuma. It's another one of those most played characters. Everybody knows what they're doing. It's just you just gotta find your way into it, and it's Child moving forward. What does that mean? What does that mean for our bracket, Saint? Could you guys in the chat listen, chat? Could you do me a favor? Could you do exclamation point bracket? Pull that up and let me know where we now find ourselves. I think we're heading back up to winners finals. I think we're gonna be getting Prophet versus Mylin.
Prophet versus Milo is going to be a spicy match. I'm super curious. I wonder if he's going to go to Gil, because that match, he's fought Poisons before, won and lost. But I feel like that is not going to be a fun match for Gil. So I wonder if he's going to stick with the Urate if he's like, I just want this win, because that pot's kind of looking nice. And if you guys think that pot's looking nice, you can make it even nicer. If you think the pot's not looking nice, well, guess what? You can make it look even nicer. Exclamation mark, Matcherino, run that in the chat, and just like that, y'all can contribute with the codes to the sponsor quest on the right-hand side.
Welcome.
And if you got a little change thrown their way, you know, the Uber Eats dog, that's expensive stuff right there. That delivery costs more than the damn meal. So if you help out the players, give back just like that, we would super appreciate it. And also, tweet it out. Let the people know that we are in winners finals. Profit versus Mylin. Yo, I'm excited for this. Cause like, who's Profit gonna pick?
We're about to find out, and I do want to make a note, Saint, that if you're in the chat right now and you don't think that Maturino is big enough, if you don't think it's high enough, that's all on you. You could take that code, copy, paste it, type it, what have you, into that contribution box, and you can make it bigger. You can make it go up to the sky. And while you're there, do a couple follow quests. Maybe pick up some of that sweet Maturino merch, and you have everything in your power to make that Maturino bigger for the players here tonight. And you got your answer now, Saint. It is the Gil Laura matchup. And it does seem to be just Fast End who's, forcing Profit into an uncomfortable situation.
Laura, I still feel does pretty decent against this character. Gil's one of those characters where in Taj, if I say it wrong, you'll definitely get mad. Because I feel like he doesn't have that many winning matchups. I feel like the fireball pressure might be pretty good though. Like being able to have that, that she has to worry about. Maxis is on the sweep there, right there too. Profit's got that, but when things get hairy, when Mylin gets in, it could be over. It could be a wrap. Some chicken and cheese like this, it could be a wrap. Because the reversal situations got to be called out and predictive in terms of like the parry or the 3-frame.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen how this matchup can go. The one sunset wheel could have been the doom and gloom, but staying alive and these ice balls are coming flying. That trade, I think, kind of good for Profit up until exactly this point, where they're getting sunset wheeled again, chased down, hunted back to the corner.
The low, let me see that activation of Profit. I'm trying to see these Twitter combos that you put on the deck. Spins a little bit of the bar just to get rid of the fireball. Mylin still got some meter to play with and still could get trigger at any point. Be reversal. You know what? I'm fine with that. Make Profit waste that bar at the bottom. Make them waste the B trigger. That's mixes that you don't have to worry about. Offense from Mylin. Use one more hit to do it.
Yeah, that V trigger now gone for Profit as well, but still has some EX to work with. Does get the EX fireball just for pressure, trying to stay alive, but now it's trigger time for Mylin. They have that opportunity. They don't want to go out to the round without using it either. Can't take it with you.
Yeah, exactly. Let them cook it for a little bit, but now the Quay Live coming back. Mylin could definitely just hold back like that because every approach that Profit's going to do, it can be checked pretty easily. None of it's safe. And that's the problem with Gil. You can't just Lari it for free. Mylin with the crouching kick trying to make sure a little bit. And now, no, he still got hit.
1 second.
He backed off too much with literally 1 second on the clock. Dog, I can't believe it. He got caught. In 4K,
you didn't have to dash. You just had to hold back. Why are you dashing? Yo, 1 singular second. Profit with the double lariat just to make sure they have that range covered. But holy, that's Heartbreak Hill. So what do? You did everything up to that point.
He's like, I'm getting in. The wins on the feature on the wake up. That's unfortunate. Did you not watch my tech videos, dog? Did you not follow me on Twitter? Profit said you're gonna pay for that one with the stun. It's done. Profit with the win, with the victory. Try to time out the lame stuff. Try to get aggressive with it. Profit for ready for every single approach. Again, what's on paper doesn't always happen what's in the match. And just like that, Profit with the first one of this winners finals. Guild players everywhere are cringing in their seats saying it's not possible to win. But Profit out here putting in work, putting in a clinic.
After that matchup, Profit's going into the Discord chat and going, hey, follow @Profit on Twitter for all your tech videos.
we're shilling for Profit out here. And honestly, that last one was pretty damn good. He hasn't been shooting off a lot of like sick combos like with V-Trigger lately, but the last ones have been great. But here's the quote-unquote infinite. Mylin sending out the EX, make him hold that, had to spend some V-bar, but Profit still answering back.
Yeah, I mean, Profit still has 1 left in the tank, has enough HP to probably get a trigger out of this round as well, but just has to stay alive to get to that point. And they have a lot of HP bar to get through Mylin. They're going to get out of the corner there, but it's might be a wrap.
Yeah, he had a buffer after he had the medium punch with no buffer, but here we go. Let me see that return over C. Let me see the mixes. Stayed in front this time. The retribution, baby. Retribution does it again. Mix, hold that. I'm gonna use your face to wipe off the stain on the wall. Profit.
That was a speed run of an HP bar. Prophet was in such dire straits there, and then just 2 sequences into a throw was all they needed to get that round win, and it's looking good so far. I mean, Mylin has these big spurts of, encouragement, these great sequences, and then Prophet just comes in and is like, that was a handicap. All right, I don't need all this HP bar. It's just there for pretty looks.
I mean, when you have V-Trigger like this, you can make a comeback. Everything has to land, and obviously they have to guess wrong. The onus is on them, like right here. You only got a little more V-Bar to play with. He sends it out, but the EX connects. The elbows, blessing the dome, fist to face. Mylin getting that win. And one of the things that you saw right there is on the reverse hand of things for Gil, when he's not able to land these mixes, is looking long for my friend out here. It's looking problematic.
Yeah, it's a little tough, but you can still with it. You're a god. You're immortal. You can take a couple of L's here or there. You'll outlive them anyway. I mean, what's Laura? Just some lady from Brazil that knows jujitsu? What's that to a god?
You know what? I mean, with the with the lightning coming through like this, with the mixes. Yo, what's a god to a mix? But here we go. The interruption though. Yo,
he's dead.
The curtain falls, people. Seraphic wing.
What?
Not dead just yet, though. But the toe tap, the OnlyFans from Prophet. The OnlyFans. Hitting him with the toe tap. You're into that. Prophet on his wake up. I don't know what he tried to do on his wake up, but it doesn't matter. That's 2 for Prophet. Again, Prophet. I wonder why he would, but if he jumped or backdash, I feel like why would you do that at that point? Maybe he just got scared, and that's 2 on the arm for flinching. That's what you get, dog. And now 2 on Prophet's side. Mylin has these close chances, as you said before, so close to getting the victory, isn't able to close it out, and now Prophet is closing out all his matches, and only closest get coffee. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
I've definitely seen jabs that do more damage than that CA. That was just something else. What was that damage? I'm still awestruck. But yeah, set point now here for Prophet. Just needs 2 more rounds to find themselves in grand finals. Mylin looking to end this streak though and get that 3-0 comeback.
Gotta worry about the V-Trigger activation. Gotta worry about V-Trigger just in general. If you're Mylin, you haven't been thinking about that. Now's the time to do it. I know it's a little bit late, but better now than never, right? You definitely got to start thinking about V-Trigger activations, V-Trigger just in general, getting those mixes and staying alive. And Mylin can take this win if, again, you stay away from getting mixed, you stay away from becoming a Twitter highlight clip, and just like that, trigger off the table, great defense, now turn it into offense. Crush, follow up, it's done.
Yeah, just very solid play there. The traps are meaningless unless he's already got you in his grips. We saw what happens when it's this full screen trap setup. Mylin just has to hold back. There's no reason to move forward into it. And then Prophet has to do something funky like a fireball lariat, something to get back in. And at that point, traps expired. There's no usage there. Your trigger's basically gone. And he's using these ice lances to break up the electric bolts. And it's a lot of meter not finding anywhere unless he already has the hit.
It's such an expensive thing for such little return. And as well as if you don't find on hit is where or at least landing plus frames for Prophet on Prophet side of Gil. If you're not finding that, you're definitely losing in terms of the exchange. You could be landing a lot more. Let's see if he lands something else right now.
Yeah, it's just getting looped in the corner here. Does get the elbow, trying to get out. Nice little plus frames coming in though. Avoids it, but one more.
Dash up, crouching mini kick, the check, the walk back. I like that. Mylin's still alive. And I feel like they found a route of victory. Hold back a little bit, stay a little lame with it. When V-Trigger happens, you can back off, let them waste all that meter at the bottom, because if they're not landing it on hit, it's not as dangerous. That's the pain point. When they land it on hit, that's the big danger point. If they're not landing the activation on hit, it's way less of a problem. They're throwing it out in neutral, they're not able to get the dash ups, and Mylin can safely just back off and build up meter on their own side.
Yeah, I mean, or even if they block the first mix-up. If they block the first mix-up, the trigger's halfway gone, and a lot of the scariness is already gone, because you don't get a secondary mix-up once that first one is blocked. You just have to hold back. Yeah, he'll flip through the air a couple times, but if he gets right the first time, you're Gucci. You're chilling. You're sitting in that ice bath, just recovering from the rest of the abuse skill can put you through, and it's
right.
good looks.
Yeah, as long as you can just stay away from this. But, you know, having a lead, I think, is really important here. And he's going to getting closer and closer, I guess, to that lead, I should say. Good interruption on the light. Great timing, but still not enough. And now we're looking at the V-Trigger activation. This has been the turning point for every round, whether or not Prophet's able to get things going. But Mylan still says, I'm going in.
Oh.
Finds a crush, doesn't get the EX, makes it spin some of that V-Bomb. That's actually beneficial for Mylan. No V-Trigger, no problem.
Won't be able to get that back unless they do a lot of parry shenanigans, but not even going to be given the chance. Just going to get tagged up, put down. Mylan 3-0, reverse comeback.
Are we seeing it right here? I mean, you found the victory point, right? Like, you found the way to play in this matchup, crush, and then now you get to set the pace. Now you get to go aggressive whenever you want. The flip outs, you see Prophet trying to also, you know, back rise to and stay alive. Actually, that helped him get some space, and here we go. This is what I'm talking about, though. Prophet with the retribution, dog. Pay for your crimes. It's time for you to pay for your crimes. Sends out the icicles. Too far out to land on the lance right there. That was unfortunate.
Trigger gone though, and the stun bar completely negated HP. Pretty similar. Mylan does have a bit of an EX if they want to dash through a fireball or something like that, but this is very close, and it's going to take a lot for Prophet to build up those resources again.
Mylan's big chilling right here. I know 50 seconds are winding down the clock. Mylan making waste the bar, but the bump with the medium right there. Crouching and kicking the fireball. Toe tap, just like that. Prophet looking to get that set point situation. V reversal. He really doesn't need meter at this point, but you gotta be careful about throwing that fireball. Mylan can EX, but that's not gonna happen. A sweep, cleaning the floors and trying to clean things up as Prophet as he is on set point.
Yeah, those winged fiery heals have been a problem for Mylan a couple times now. They're not super common, but when they do go out, they come back victorious. And what a way to start the round here from Prophet. Gets the throw, gets the large HP lead, and is staying kind of pretty here. Oh, punish.
Not the best, but still.
Parry!
Nice parry. Introducing that into his game plan. Things are looking long for Mylan.
That's first time
now you gotta worry about that. But that's something that Prophet has been thinking about. If you listen to him on Twitter, how one of his pain points is he doesn't parry enough. And right here, here's the command grab. Gotta be careful about throwing it out, but when it comes out in the clutch, good things can happen. V reversal.
Does have HP to get a second one in a second, but they need to survive the mix, and they're not going to be able to.
That's lower damage, and that is dead. We're going to the final game between the two. Mylan staying alive. Actually, more than staying alive. They're not alive,
Thriving.
not just alive. They're not just alive, they're thriving, dog. They're out here. You see, it was weeks ago that they were, you know, destitute, that they were, you know, not doing so good. But now you see him in a Corvette down the street, bags of money flying out. But they got to finish their job. It's not over just yet. Prophet, I wonder at this point if he's going to go with Urian, because I feel like at least with Urian, you have a reversal. You have the ability to, when you get counter hits, get way more off your situational things and have better buttons in general. Plus, Mylan can't switch to Poison at this point. They're locked and loaded into that character in terms of Laura. So it's going to be the Laura, but what will Prophet pick?
Yeah, I do think that the reversal idea is meaningful because it can institute just a completely different game plan, right? Like we're in game 5, like you said, Mylan's locked and loaded, and to come up against Urian, yes, they know the matchup itself, but they don't have any time to learn how Prophet's going to be playing the character this time. Whereas Prophet has now had 4 games in a row to figure out the tendencies Mylan's coming in with when they have that opportunity to reversal out, and you know the mix is a bit easier, right? Mirror. It's probably a bit easier than the traps, but no, just a bit of a breather. It is going to be that trigger 2 skill to still from the Gill, they believe.
Yeah, I mean it's ride or die with the Gill. Final game between the two. Prophet, I feel like if you introduce more of those parries, Mylan has to really think about the offense that they've been running. Even though this is a command grab character, definitely would have to think more about what they put on the deck.
Yeah, I mean, yes, command grabs are meaningful, but there are some big buttons behind these as well. And to see so far, it's command grab city. Oh man, he challenges the EX clap, and it's just not good looks for him.
EX, my man threw it out raw, but it works out in the clutch. Able to get some distance, but has lost quite a bit of health. Prophet, these exchanges have not been benefiting him at all. the reversals again, but again, you're losing that win condition that your character's so, relying upon. But the dash up, crouching fierce as a throw bait. Let's go, Prophet. You ain't just out just yet. Can't count him out just yet. Still got the neutral. The dash up throw. There you go. Put him to the corner. That final hit to do it right there. The three-piece. Using the Lariat finisher off the light. Prophet on set point again.
What a comeback, too. That is huge momentum swing for Prophet after that start they had. They're able to get it together. And even without meter, they basically didn't have much to use that round. They still come out ahead. Burning away, gets the retribution, and man, Mylin looking broken now.
Yo, the knees coming through, but the wake up a bar, I like that. The quick rise, going with the three-piece right there. Activation, put him in the corner. The chase down city right here. The hot pursuit, V reversal, still lands on the fireball. That sucker's still active, dog. You gotta worry about that.
Yeah, lightning does strike twice sometimes, and this is looking pretty good. Huge crush, but no follow-up. Oh, no.
Here we go. The curtain may fall, dog. They may fall and put Mylin in the loser side, but he stays alive. I shouldn't be prophesizing my man's demise just yet, because Prophet still got to put some work in. Throws it out, but the EX connects. Final game, final round. Mylin, Prophet. Who's going to get that W? And you see right there the smart stuff. Mylin reacting to the ice trap using the EX to skate on like that.
That's such a confusing situation from Prophet. You know they have the bar. Anything you just throw a raw has that exact punish. Whether it's a fireball, whether it's a trap, or even just a button, you can get swallowed up by that EX elbow. It's a bit questionable there from Prophet, and now they find themselves potentially being knocked down to losers.
It's risky because, like, if he mistimes it, he's dead. Like, Maylin's definitely dead, and that would have been the end. But if you time it right, it's one of those, like, if the risk reward is there, like, almost equally, right? So I'm assuming Prophet's like, he wouldn't do it, and he done did it. Mylin going in with the throw, trying to get the meaty stuff. Yo, the dash up, the three-piece, command grab, taking him for a ride. Careful now.
Frames?
He only wants to activate at this point, and he won't get to probably do that right now. In fact, Prophet with the EX, the overhead, but here we go, the activation, though.
Chucks out the trap, but chucks it short, just trying to keep some pressure. It's already almost all the way gone. Just gonna get one more trap, maybe, but the trade on the clap is huge. It's a pixel here for Prophet.
Falls to the fireball right here, Prophet. No meter to work with, no problem. We've seen him come back before. On the precipice, gets a counter hit, two-piece. Activation, though. Careful what you do. Careful what you do. Can't be jumping back. Also, you got to be worried about jumping back against his character. The fireball pressure, but throwing out the lightning EX knees. The double crouching meaty kick. The double down. You're not going to apologize. You're not going to say sorry. He's going to double down with the crouching meaty kick. But that will double them with a double win, with a double W. Damn, let's go. Mylin taking that win.
Yeah, no apologies here. Finding yourself there in the grand finals, there is just no way you're going to take that for granted, and that is going to be Mylin moving on, sending Prophet down to the losers, where they will be awaiting the victory of NYC Furby versus Child. So, man, if you guys haven't gotten your snacks in order yet, if you're still mixing up that adult beverage to get you through the rest of this tournament, you need to finish it now. If you need another one, chug it. Get your second one, come back here, because things are heating up in more ways than one. We're heading down to the basement. We're going to be featuring that Sim versus Balrog matchup, and boy, you just don't want to miss it. You're wrong. Just stay where you are even. Call somebody. Have them bring it to you.
The crazy thing is we're hitting you guys with the classic right now. The Rog versus the Sim, we'll get that win. I'm really curious. And we have seen Art run Falk, which I feel like isn't the worst in this matchup. In fact, Falk would be really good as well. I don't think Sim is any slouch, but Falk having a DP and having a long-reaching fireball would be great. But Art definitely has been putting a lot more work into the Sim. I know he recently reached Ultra Grandmaster with Falk, like he got back up with Falk, but the Sim has been kind of the play of the day. So I'm curious if he's going to stick with that. And guys, if you've been sticking with us this long, you know what I'm about to say. Make sure you guys run !Match Reno in the chat, just like that. Y'all can give back to these great players and give them some love, because they putting the love on you in terms of some great Street Fighter 5 action. I mean, what else would you be doing with your Friday night? You going up to Netflix, hitting up Amazon Prime? There's nothing on there. I was watching Zumbo's Pastry Challenge or whatever. It's not nearly as exciting as this. You know what, dog? Actually, it, I gotta say, most reality shows are actually pretty crappy after a certain point. Like, cause you just want to watch
Sure.
people lose and mess up. Maybe it's just me.
Yeah, I mean Disney Plus. I'm telling you, they got WandaVision, they got Mandalorian. Friday nights are pretty cracked for Disney, but you know what? It's only a half-hour show. You should have watched it
Yeah.
already. If I'm being honest, you got all day. Tomorrow the spoilers are out, so you should have did it already. Whereas right now, this is it. This is Casa. There's only Friday night here, so you definitely do
Mhm.
not want to mix this. And then once we're done here, which we will eventually, unfortunately, be done here for the night. But guess what? For those of you on the opposite coast, you do have that online local West Coast edition coming at you live. But don't leave us just yet. They're in their
Yeah,
early
yeah.
stages. We're in our ending stages. We're at the end of our line for tonight. We're just waiting on this matchup to get started. Saying, you know what? There's a lot going on right here at the Casa. We have so many games on Friday nights, and I've
Word.
heard rumor that there's some stuff down the pipeline. So if you have a game that you want featured here on, the Casa Friday night, be sure to hit a bunch on Twitter, bunch_GG, or is it just underscore bunch GG? Heck, what is Bunch's Twitter?
Bunch gonna
Whoa.
fire you for that one, dog.
That's
He
fine.
gonna fire you
No,
for that
I was
one.
right the first time. It's bunch_GG. Ping him with your game requests, your feature requests. You can talk to him about whether your game has rollback or not, because he has all of the power to change it. He knows people that might be able to do something for you. So just tag him on Twitter with all of your petty gripes and everything, and he'll get back to you as soon as possible.
You're definitely fired.
That's fine.
You better save yourself.
Fuck Brad. Is that a command in chat, Dom? Is that still? Yeah, it is. All right, good. Yeah, fuck Brad. Bunch 2020.
Poor
I think
Brad.
I
He's
saved
not even
myself.
here.
He
Poor
doesn't
guy's
have to
not
be.
even here.
Listen, he's chilling with the wife in the home that he owns. He doesn't need to be listening to us. He's big chilling. He's good. He's having a good time.
I'm sure that he's like, I don't have to watch some. I'm sure actually what I gotta say actually I bet he's watching, because like sometimes I feel like he peeps on his phone, like they're chilling, they're watching Netflix and just relax, eating popcorn on the side. He's like looking over. He's got one headphone in the ear, just listening to some Casa. Because sometimes I'll be like, Brad, what's going? He's like, yeah, I watched you on blah blah. I'm like, weren't you busy that day? He's like, yeah, but I was watching though.
Yeah,
So, yeah, shout out
he's
to
got the
Brad.
one
He's a homie.
AirPod. Yeah, he's chilling.
Mhm.
But all right, back to the popcorn thing. Are you actually a popcorn guy? I'm not a huge fan of popcorn, personally.
Not normal popcorn. Like if it's normal popcorn, it has to be like over buttered, or I'm not messing with it. And then at that point, you might as well just throw on the caramel. If you throw on the caramel, it's a different story. Caramel
Oh hell yeah!
popcorn is ridiculous. That's undefeated right there. Chat.
What about like white
What's your
cheddar?
popcorn preference? Cheddar. See, but the thing about cheddar is, I feel like it's such a weird taste on most popcorn that I don't mess with it. Like, it has to be caramel. I'm more about the sweet with my popcorn.
Nah,
Yo, you know the
I'm
Chicago mix? Let's go. Geckis? Talking about them Geckis? Geckis is the god. That's one. Actually, you know what? I lied. I'm a damn liar, Doc. Geckis popcorn out here, Geckio's popcorn is. It doesn't matter what it is. He could serve me, roadkill with some sewage water mixed in with the flavors, and it would still be immaculate. I would eat every goddamn bite and lick the damn plate.
some Bernie bots mixed popcorn over here, just oh god, challenging the people's intestines. Caramel versus caramel.
Caramel.
See, word pulls like that always throw me, because like I say both, and then I'm in my own head. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's how I say it. Like, do
I
I
don't even
say
know how I said it
caramel
before. Yo, yeah, did I
Right?
say caramel before?
or do I
What
say
happened?
caramel?
See, I don't even remember what happened with the commentator's memory. I don't remember what happens 5 to 10 minutes because my little lizard brain can only hold so much.
It's so
So
cursed.
y'all are trying to catch me on the wrong side here. And Child needs to catch these hands or give the hands against Furby. I don't know what he's doing right now. They done invited him multiple times. Bro, I know you in the chat. What the hell you doing? He's probably trying to lick the bowl, trying to get those last bits and bites of what he's been
Last
doing to
bits of
power
energy.
himself up. Mm-hmm.
That commentator memory goldfish thing is so true. Like, commentating
Yeah.
different genres, even like MOBAs and shooters and fighting games, it's consistent. Every commentator I talk to, when we're on stream, when we're live and talking, goldfish. Like we can't remember 40 seconds ago, and I don't get it. We're not normally like this. I remember things from a couple days ago at work. I just something about
Mhm.
the stream. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. Like it's very odd to me. It's unusual. Like people will be like, "You remember that time that in the match where?" I'm like, "Bro, I don't. I have no idea. I might have to start taking that. Maybe it's our old age. I'm not sure. I'm kind of showing the age out here, but I definitely sometimes I think I'm like, dang, I definitely should be writing out some notes.
Oh man, we gotta
When
get those
offline
like
returns, I need a booklet. I need like a booklet.
bro. I picked up these like not Moleskin because that's a brand, but they're very similar aesthetic off Amazon for like $12 for like
Yeah.
a 4 pack or whatever. And I
Ooh.
use them for a good amount of stuff, and it helps. Memory. It's tough out here for us old folks. So notebooks,
Mhm.
especially when online comes back, yeah, catch me with a notebook in one hand, camera in the other. We're gonna be doing offline right once we get
Oh
back.
man. I once we get back, you guys think you hear me loud out here. You think the bass in the speakers is loud right now. When offline returns, you ain't seen offline cola, is all I'm trying to say. And all I'm trying to say is listen, if Capcom, if they slide, yo, I know you're listening. If you slide me an invite to the Capcom finals, okay. If they're offline at all, if they have offline commentary, I'll go wild. I promise you. It will be nothing but high value. Capcom. I'm looking at my mail every day, and I'm ready to play. That's all I'm trying to say. All right, all right. But I'm
Yeah.
waiting on Child to play here. It looks like he only got a minute until he can come through, dog. So I'm gonna need you to come through, Child. If you're listening, hope you're okay. But if you are okay and you're not showing up, we're gonna have words. We're gonna have words.
Yeah, I mean, this is a fourth place match if my math is right, which it probably isn't. I'm gonna be honest, we've been here for a year now. Like, uh, you know, Casa started on February 16th last year, and so it's been about a year now, and I still haven't learned how to read a bracket. It's tough. I don't get it. There's a lot of math involved, and I'm glad we have, bracketologist bunch with the degree, behind the
Mm-hmm.
scenes, making sure everything runs smoothly. But yeah, Jox is definitely right. Poor Shin Akuma takes the L only to to then have Child find themselves on the no-fly list.
The CPT situation like that. The CPT situation. The Baba.
Child lost to Mai Lin, and I was like, you know what? I'm going up against Shin Akuma. I'll play one more, and I'm gonna dip. And it's just like he
Either
just
the
3
one more.
him. I don't know.
Sometimes you want to do the one more for a tournament. Maybe not the best way, but unfortunately he'll be disqualified. I hope he's okay. Like, on the real, I hope he's okay. I hope it's just a matter of you just missed your timing. We get to berate you later. So hope you're okay. But we're gonna be moving on with Profit. Just gonna come up on the deck and get that fight just like that. And it's gonna be Profit versus Furby. And they played against each other actually at the Casa. Again, Goldfish memory. I don't remember who won. I think it was Profit.
It was
Um,
Profit.
Okay, good. Oh God, thank God. I was like, in my mind, I was like, it feels like it's Profit, but it's. But so that in loser side, you don't want to be here because you got to go home if you lose. One of the things right here is since you've lost a Profit, that being Art, do you have something on the deck to deal with this character, to deal with Gil? Because it's difficult because the parry situation when it comes through can't throw out fireballs are going to give him free meter. The normal's also being checked. And when he's got EX, he's slathered and lathered in that armor and can just kind of throw that out to catch the normals if you're getting a little bit too antsy.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a tough situation to find yourself in, because as the sim player, you are kind of trapped, right? Like, Guild has their mix-ups, but as we've seen previously, they're beatable. You don't need to fall victim to the ice traps.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually curious to see if, and I'm not sure about this, if Sim slower backdash after he wakes up is going to be an issue and a problem. Like, if that's going to be, because the slower the backdash sometimes can, be the determiner on some of these mix-ups. Not all the mix-ups. Some of them are just, you got to hold that because the activity, or I'm sorry, activity active frames of the dang trap could be an issue.
So
But
that's
just like that, he's already getting some. He's already eating some of these fireballs right here. That's why we're gonna see the float.
yeah. I mean, that's actually an issue that I hadn't realistically considered was those up fireballs, right? To catch the floats. You know, typically when we're seeing the sim fireball avoidance, it's just a one line. Yes, we saw, you know, Urian work out earlier, but I don't remember Vastin using a lot of those up fireballs. I don't, at least in terms of countering this float, whereas now Prophet has
Ooh.
sniped him out of the sky twice.
I do. It might be also because the fireballs are a little bit slower in terms of like covering more range and stuff like that. A little bit fatter, so Prophet's able to just kind of throw that out in the right distance, and that's gonna be the name of the game of the character anyway. Throwing out fireballs in general, they're a little bit better than what Urian uses them for when they're not, except for when Urian has V skill too and when they're charged up. But Furby throwing on his own V trigger one right here, hold him down, lock them down with the Barnum and Bailey's, trying to open him up.
Catches him right after the V reversal too, and I do like this trigger 2. We saw trigger 1 already. We know what it does. Trigger 2 though adds in a new schmix to it, does something different, and it worked out quite nicely for Furby there. Just gets the check on the dash, and he's able to start off strong.
He had him basically locked down. I like that he had the whiff punch, but that's one thing right there of Gil. A lot of things just don't connect in the way that you might think. That medium punch in Alari just was too far out to get like a real punish. Maybe if it was a more active button, maybe they might have worked. We'd have to see later on. Doesn't matter. The Sim catching the first one and starting off strong again.
Yeah, building up nice amount of meter here. Just barely clips him with the EX Flame. Very interesting situation to find yourself in, but punishing buttons, armor's on through his Prophet into the activation, and now backdash. Is this the issue?
Okay, no, he just stays solid with it. Just to wake up with it on the quick rise, staying solid right here. Again, I'm just worried about if he backdashes and that sucker's still out, he might get clipped. It may not even matter, but we're gonna see. This not a matchup you get to see consistently. Both, I mean, Gil and there's more sim players out here, but seeing them fight it out like this is great. Furby again with the great lead, seeing with all this bar at the bottom, could go into CA if he finds that hit to do it. All he needs to do is find that final hit. At this point, it's really just a light kick into EX and get that to connect. It's a wrap, dog.
Oh, gets caught in the sky though. Gets an air reset too. Does get the V reversal just to keep the pressure alive. Oh, that teleport was nasty. Filthy.
And the parry could help out in these situations, but at the same time, if you don't time the parry right, you're just gonna get clipped because you have the EX fireball. And if they time their teleport in a way where you're not in pace with their rhythm, you're gonna get blessed against the dome. The first one going to Art, and you see the issue of this character not being able to utilize all the great normals that Urian has. They're just kind of the dollar store normals of Urian right here. Not a lot of things connecting, not able to get a lot of Oki, and if you're not making the V-trigger comebacks, that's looking like no problem for Furby.
Oh, nice little link there, though. Again, this air fireball, it does stuff, but it's not a lot of stuff. It's just annoying for Art, I feel, to be like, yeah, I'm just going to float away. And we're going to chill axe and do our thing. And all of a sudden you got a big fireball in your face. And you're like, this wasn't in my plan for today, but I got to deal with it anyway.
Yeah. Yo, the crouching fierce, though, connects. Maybe a throw bait right there or tech. Locking him down, using the feature to make him be caught in the corner. But again, no mix on the deck, unfortunate for Prophet. You have to play this nice and neutral. He's having kicks, the medium kicks, just checking in with the again, nice and neutral, throwing out the buttons, letting everything connect.
Yeah, not a lot of use out of that V-trigger there from Art, though. Prophet doing a great job at avoiding that type of lockdown scenario that we've seen previously, but still has a lot of HP to make up here. Prophet has the activation, but they're too far away. They can't do anything with this range.
At that distance, it's more than 6 feet, where you should be, but also where you don't want to be if you're Prophet. Time winding down, and you see Furby making him waste a little bit more of that bar. Almost the last of it's gone as it just winds down, using the EX for the float. The trade in favor of Art. And he is one more match away from being up 2 and being on this momentum train that almost looks unstoppable. Poor Prophet right here.
Yeah, Prophet just, these long distances are not conducive to the guild game plan. We've seen him be able to get in on people, but if you have to burn an EX just to get into a favorable situation, you're going to be limited. You're not going to have that opportunity a lot. And when Furby doesn't even need his trigger activation to just be annoying, it's a problem for Profit because as much as they're trying to bait Furby in, he just doesn't
Right.
need to. You just stay back.
With no fear of like a crush counter, you can just kind of throw out whatever you want and not get hit with too much. But here we go. V-Trigger on the deck, sending it out, making it freeze up a little bit, ruling the neutral. But again, Furby's just willing to play outside this distance. Profit trying to come on in, but has lost so much health. Using these float techniques, but here we go, the crouching fears.
That was nice. He used the Ice Lance to blow up the mini trigger fireball before it was enlarged and got the punish afterwards because Art had already gone to the sky to try and activate the full bar there. But little bit of HP left. Just one more from each side will do it.
Yeah, you don't want to trade right here. Either person can't trade. I feel like, you know, maybe Profit could trade just a little bit more depending on the button, but careful, it could be a crush. It could be a throw, the V reversal throw. No defense, no problem. Furby smoothing on through. You know when you win the aisle and you're trying to smooth on through somebody and maybe it's a backpack, maybe they got a little bit more in the trunk and you're trying to get on through. Excuse me, pardon me. The fit was just right for Art to smooth on through that fireball. What great timing. Art, I'm just saying, the sim players out here, they're all typing in the Discord saying things like that make it real hard to see or consider that this character is weak. And to be honest, I don't think there's any weak character in Street Fighter V. I don't think there's anybody that's weak. There's other weaker characters. And sim takes a lot of mastery. I could joke all day, you know, about sim being this and that. But it takes mastery to have that great timing to be able to low profile the fireball and stay alive. Damn.
It was also the first time we saw that interaction between these two players tonight. Even in the earlier matches when we saw Vasten using a lot of fireballs against Sim, again, didn't see that interaction a lot, if at all, now that I'm thinking back to it. Again, Goldfish. But it's so good to have that back pocket king waiting for you and to pull it out in, losers finals. You go up 2-0 over Profit, a previous tournament winner, and you're Art's going for the two-peat. Like, they're going for their second title now. I say two-peat, but it's not twice in a row. And they're actually forcing the Urian. Gil no longer? Gil's dead? That should be
win.
our...
He's tired of this.
That's our YouTube title, by the way, guys. Is Gil dead? And the answer will
Gil
obviously be
dead?
yes.
He's been dead for a while. He's been dead maybe 3 months after he dropped. He's been in the
DOA.
crowd for a bit. But you see that being able to have better buttons and the threat of a crush counter with that fierce, those things could add up to more damage, more V meter, and then also more problems. But again, Furby has played, Art has played against so many of these Urian players. He's been through this before. But then again, face to face, it don't matter. Everyone got a plan till they get blessed against the chin.
Yeah, I mean, it's so different because you can know everything your opponent's going to do, but sometimes it just gets done anyway, and all of a sudden you're waking up flat on your back, trying to figure out exactly what happened, and look at this. You're getting that knee trade with the trigger, and you're just coming out ahead.
I love these calls to the crouching fears, too. Able to get one of the mirrors off, or avoid one of the mirrors, I should say. The anti-air, EX connects on the block, though. Nice fade away. Yo, the teleport, the smart stuff still gets caught, though. Everything was looking great for Art, but then he tripped. He was having a great day, then it wasn't. Then he tripped right in it. That was unfortunate, but I like Profit also on the aggression side of things, starting to remember how to play this character, the better buttons of the better brother.
I mean, it's also the trigger difference, right? Like, you don't have a minimum effective range like you do on those ice traps. You can use them when you want to use them, whereas when we were seeing the guild, we saw the activation, and then you had to do something to set up the trap, whereas right now the mirror, it is the setup. You get him into a block stun, you throw it out, you do whatever you want to afterwards. You've already made the play, you've already swung the tide in your favor, and it's just it's so much more proactive.
It definitely
look
puts,
at this.
a lot of onus on them to be like, dog, you got to react to this. You got to deal with this. Look at the damage, like you just said, the damage on the deck stays right there. B trigger to blow through the rest of that, but then the B skill also is a problem. The B skill of this character is super good. We didn't really see the B skill before from Gil. We're seeing it here, the Ignite Thunder, but that B trigger is still long lasting, dog. Like a rock, it's long lasting. Holding them down, Furby trying to get the stun. We're trying to get, I should say, the fade away. We find out Furby take this round.
They're locked and loaded. They're up on the rooftop looking for their shot. They missed. Still gets
the guy on the ground. There was a guy
ricochet.
the ricochet off the backboard. It was a trick shot. And with the tricky stuff, Furby taking that on set point, denying Profit. You know, this switch, it's got to equate to more. The V trigger, the neutral, it's got to equate to more. Furby's just putting the Gray Live, checking him, adding up the damage on the deck, getting these throws as you see right here. Max distance on the slide, hard to contest. Profit trying to find a way in. Can't even V-skill without getting checked half the damn time.
I mean, Prophet still has a long way to go after this as well. He's 2-0 in the hole. Even if he wins here, it's only 2-1. Still to win 2 more after that. And Art is just playing stellar. Those reaction times are of a 12-year-old. He's completely cracked out on G Fuel right now and is just setting himself up to find that grand final position up against Mylin.
Didn't get the conversion they went off the fireball. That would have been super sick. Activates the V trigger, but that will be a problem right there. Yeah, able to float with that. There you go. Able to float and avoid. Able to block as well. Yo, Furby with the young man reaction, dog. Again, a young man punching the drywall, drinking the Monster Energy drink, but getting open up with the throw. The Batista bomb, though. Counter hit, didn't have anything buffered out the crouching medium punch. Could have been more.
Fireballs. There's no EX left. There's one V reversal left for Art, who is just trying to hunt him down. Prophet has the HP advantage no longer.
No
15
longer.
seconds left on the clock.
Yo, hold this damage right here. V reversal. Back at you, dog. You put up the things. I'm like, me too. One more hit to do it. And you know, the low. I was going to say it's about the shooters on the roof, but it was the low. Getting low with it is Art. Dog, you thought you can't be an old man on the dance floor. So young Art coming through, hitting the floor, getting low with it. And now, coming up from the dungeon, away from the demons, to go to Grand Finals loser side.
Yeah, there's still a lot of Street Fighter left ahead of us, and Art's looking good. They have the potential to go the distance, but they could potentially have 10 more Street Fighter matches ahead of them as we head to the Grand Finals against Maya Lin, who has been on a heater, you know, has that Laura, been mixing the crap out of fools all night tonight. Just has to do it to one more person 3 more times.
I don't want to give you guys false information. But with my goldfish memory, I feel like Art has done pretty damn well against Mylin. And part of that comes from them playing, obviously, in NLBC. But also part of it is, you know, Art just running into Idom, who runs the exact same set of characters, you know. And that's no knock to Mylin. But it's like you're fighting Capcom's Cup best out here, right? And Mylin definitely has their own style and their own flavor, but when you fought a character so much against, you've run into Idom so many times, you've run sets against them so many times, you definitely understand the ins and outs. And Sim does really well against Poison, so I'm assuming it's going to be the lower pick. This is Grand Finals Casa, Street Fighter V. Art in the losers, Mylin in the winner's side. If you haven't tweeted it out, do it right now. I'm going to slap the taste out of your mouth. Run the match code. If you haven't done it, I'm going to slap the taste out of your mouth. Let's get it.
You know what I just realized looking at the bracket heading into this? I was trying to figure out who knocked Art down to losers, right? Because it looked like it was pretty early on, and it was in round 4, and they actually lost 2-1 to Child. So for those of you with even shorter memories than us here on the desk, Child was the one that was disqualified against Art after beating Shinakuma. So the double jeopardy was in play, and Art got the question right. They find themselves in the Grand Finals, and look at this. It's Laura, Sim. Let the top tiers commence.
I'm really trying to see what happens here because, again, Art's defense has gotten a lot better since this quarantine has started. He's definitely been able to survive the mix that this character can put on, but Mylin's a different flavor. Mylin's definitely a different flavor than Idom. You'll never to count someone like that out like Mylin. They definitely put in the work, got a lot of top 8s. The crush connects, though, and sucking the core is not where you want to be. Mix coming from Art interrupts the dash, though.
Zoner, by the way. Armor throws into more pain and is just going to get thrown right back into the corner. Stun bar starting to be an issue, but the HP even more so. Never mind, he's stunned.
And he's done. Yo, the throw for the finish right here. Art with that the Pencil Man.
Not
the
optimal,
I
could have done back throw.
I wonder, does back throw do more meter for this character? Because some characters, they actually build less meter for the forward, or less meter for the back throw. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure.
I usually defer to Monkey Business for my tech questions, but he's been over in the anime world for a while now.
We'll come back to this one day.
One day soon, just like one day, Mylan may be able to get their pressure off. Art just unrelenting themselves, and Mylan's looking a little shooketh.
Yeah, Mylan definitely trying to find a way in. Want the fireball, the checks though, anti-air. Furby just, rolling neutral, the long limbs again. Float, there's the crush, gets the pickup, the throw as well. You got to keep the pressure on right here. It's got to be slathered and lathered, but here's the activation off that slide. You got to be looking at the meat that the other opponent has, right? If they've got V-Trigger, you got to be looking out for these activation points, and Mylan wasn't.
Oh, does get the low double fist though. Tries to get a little bit more. It's just one more bit of HP left for Mylan. Can't get the trade. Scoops him out of the air as well.
Let's get that final hit. Mylan on the other side, the light touch, the light stuff to do it. Mylan again is on winner's side. So this will be really good if they can get that win and continue that momentum. But easier said than done. Again, Art's defense and his offense when, put together. The mind of an older man, being able to be defensive, and the young man reactions and aggression, if those can be melded together in the Benjamin Button kind of way, he can play today. You gotta be careful of that EX. Nice anti-air. The trade still in favor of Art.
Oh no.
Backs away from the overhead. I can't believe that happened.
Yeah, I mean, it almost was like Mylan was expecting them to go back to that defensive float that Sim can be characterized for, but Art just says, nah, I'm gonna push buttons, right? I'm not always gonna float, and even now, I'm just gonna float higher. You cannot hold me down, Mylan.
And you see Mylan getting really aggressive for the trying to get in, gets a command grab, finally works out, but you can't get hit. The check on the overhead. Art was awake with the no-dos, had already popped those.
That's game one. Art has to win 6, by the way, to become the Casa champion this week. Mylan only 3. That's good odds for Mylan if you're at home, but you might want to take Ogeon up on their bet. The 20s are on the table. You might be able to find yourself some additional cash. And for those of you who are in a bit of a pickier mood, if you use our coupon code over on Matcherino, you can support 50 cents towards these players for free. It's magic money. It comes from the ether. You don't want to miss out on those quarters there.
Nice anti-air. Crush connects the slide, putting on the oppression right there. And again, max distance with them long limbs. Nice. Made him spin the bar forward too, but still, in the core is not where you want to be.
Shimmy.
Nice finesse in the bless. Stays in front. Got to get it done. The overhead finally coming through in the clutch. Mylan getting that win.
Good looks there. Lots of tricky situations to maneuver, and Mylan gonna get another victory up on the board to see if they can keep that momentum going. They just keep scooping Art out of the air, and we've seen the answer to it, but it's inconsistent. You can't always be going to the moon to avoid that overhead.
I like also, Art quick rising in a lot of these situations. Checking Mylan coming in. A lot of the dash checks have been really smart, and that's a defensive thing you have to put in to put things in offense. Nice teleport. Says if you want a V reversal, dog, it don't matter. I'm gonna put you in the corner for that one. Big punish right here. Stays in front.
Counter.
Feel the counter hit.
Oh, the late sniper let him get out almost to the car before putting him down. And Art is clean. It's so good. Like the hit percentage on those sniper shots is almost perfect. It's not quite perfect. We've seen some unfortunate ones, but it is up there. High percentage.
Nice blocks here on the command grab right here. Everything that's coming in, you see that Art has great defense. He's been through the mix before. He's been through this storm of lore. He knows what not to do.
No.
Nice. Avoids the command grab. Doesn't come down in time. That's a floating and it's a sim. That's the problem with that character.
I mean, he'd also hit a button too. So again, float there, not giving him time to react to the whiffed command grab, but able to just keep sliding him to the corner. Look at how much screen he's eaten up with this slide, and even gets the V trigger hit to do it again.
Oh, on his wake up, and you see that Mylan's definitely breaking down just a little bit, a little too aggressive again. Trying to catch him on the way down, but hadn't came down just yet. Nice DP, D reversal, EX plus range. You see Art backing off. I like the back dash. Those are the EX. He's one more to do it. Punish on the bad overhead. Art with another game, with another one.
And you can see what's happening so far. That was Mylan betting on the float. We'd seen it before. It's worked out beautifully. You get that hit, you then follow up with something else. But Art deciding to actually come to the ground that time, blocks the overhead, negative frames, punishes it for the victory, and now it's almost reset point. They're 2-0 currently from the loser side. This is looking good for Art.
This is looking real good. And again, I feel like Mylan, I should say, is definitely breaking down quite a bit. What a whip punish on the medium. Art is definitely, looking real young out here, dog. You try to card him. It's one. There's like 6 kids in a trench coat. Dog, I know that you're in preschool. You need to go somewhere. You're not getting this Bud Light.
No, that's the seltzers now. Bud Light seltzers are where everybody's drinking. But man, those Trulies looking truly cold here as Mylan throws them into the sunset, gets the counter in the air as well. Art's trying to hold back to block, gets the challenge with the jab.
I like that. Just disallowing the overhead. Now V-trigger time to play, throws it out. Mylan landing on it. So many times we've seen him land on it, but it's only a one more hit, one touch kind of situation for Mylan.
Oh.
Nice. But the jump in, there we go. Started to take the skies, and no surprise, that Fierce would connect.
Yeah, those trades just really not beneficial for Art there. Yes, you're using the V-trigger to keep the pressure off you, but you're getting booty blasted in the face for more than you're dishing out. And Mylan taking full advantage of that, knows the trade is worthwhile, will continue to do so as long as they're given the opportunity, and they find themselves now able to put Art back in the corner. Maybe.
Anti-air. Yeah, good stuff right here. There we go, air to air, and you're right in that distance where you're right in front of the character's face. This is where you want to be. When you're fighting Sim, you want to be right in front of that face. Not too far out where you're getting the great damage on the deck, but the teleport on the other side. There we go, Mylan, aware of the positioning. Say, I don't want to be in the corner. It's been a pain point for me. You need to be there, but the check, counter hit, 7-piece right here. Look at the jump in, no go.
Lands on the trigger, though, needs just a pixel more. Look to the skies. Art's probably going to try and snipe him out. Gets the V reversal, but staying low to the ground. Sunset wheel, not. It is enough. Oh, I didn't think it was enough. I didn't believe.
It is. Well, the thing is about Sim, that lower health that a lot of people forget about is kind of a pain point of the character, too. Like, you can't take as many hits, touches or taps. And that's kind of the issues. Like, when you're on the lower end of the health, you can't take a lot of what Laura wants to do. And now Mylan, when he calms down, when things are a little bit more chill and there's less risk on the table and more reward, when he's able to get more reward, I should say, off his V-trigger, things are looking a lot better for him. You gotta stay close to him. You gotta stay close to Art to get that win.
Yeah, I mean, Art's definitely comfortable in these mid-ranges. Laura has to get in your face. Both of them just whiffing into the skies. Nice little peace of mind there, peace of quiet there. And so now trying to just get through, but just burning through these reversals. We're seeing the action just try to get stalled out, and Mylan not letting go of the W key.
Yeah, careful of that gray health. There we go. That jab did so much damage. Kirby blessing the dome again. And Mylan trying to figure out like the timing of these jumps. You don't really have the best kind of anti-air when they float that high. Coming down with the Fierce, that'll dissuade the standing medium punch. Again, jump back jab. Once again, anti-air. Look at the spacing that he's employing.
Yeah, these young men buttons, they're working out greatly. The trigger just tags them so often. Crush counters, brings him to the ground though, gets the meaty as well, and that'll do it. Mylan making the comeback happen.
This is what I wanted to see more of. It's kind of, a little bit more of like using the V reversal, like alternating between the V reversal and using V trigger. And a whip punish. Round start using the sweep. That's ST style right there. Let's go, Mylan. I see you. You definitely been playing this matchup too a lot.
Yeah, it's a bit of a bold start. Not quite going to work out. Does jab out of the EX clap as well. Punishes the float nicely. All right, Mylan's making this comeback live. And I mean, Art needs to adjust. Art is not able to get the same pressure that they've done.
Okay, the gray health is off the deck. Nice jump out. Again, Mylan jumping out is what I want to see, not being in the corner. And using the V reversal to start the oppression, to put them in the corner. Use it offensively. Keep your stuff going, but careful of the gray life, I just said. Careful of the gray life. Any hit was going to hurt, and it hurt quite a bit. Art trying to get on that reset point. He's so close to doing it. The jump back, punish. Yo, he read the Twitter clips. Let's go. Mylan with the meat at the bottom. But no, why would you go for the overhead? I know OG on is screaming in the chat. Why the overhead? We've seen that overhead get checked so many times at that distance. You can't apply it like that on a delayed wake up.
He's saying. It's reset point. Art can take this here, bring us into a second set of games. Just needs to stay stalwart, keep the pressure off him. Veer versus out, and just has a lot of HP to make up for it. But I mean, we've seen him do it before. They have the buttons, they have the fortitude. It's just, are they young enough? Do they have the reaction?
Yo, young Mylan out here trying to be a rap star. Still sticking with it with the young on there. Has a good amount of health to play with, but has to hold the throw though, and that was a lot of damage. Max, this is on the slide, hard to deal with. The jump back, Fierce.
Punished.
No, that overhead too far out.
It's become such a crutch of Mylin's game plan so far. It's so punishing. I mean, even there, you got lucky that the reset was too slow to get punished off, and Art Veer versus out using the EX just to get some space.
It's not you, it's me kind of thing, huh? Throwing out the V trigger, and now you got the robbery factor, catches him on the other side. Mylin is still in, and Mylin is fighting back. You guys thought it was all about your Art. You said he couldn't do it. I don't know if he's reading the chat, listening to commentary, looking at his notes, but it is 2-2. Are we going to be seeing a reset point, or is Mylin just going to get this win? So close. And this is what I'm talking about, alternating between your options when you have V trigger or V reversal, utilizing those and going with the flow and not putting yourself in a risky situation that we've seen. Using the overheads was kind of a problem. Mylin kind of stopped that. Got to make sure that that's put in there in the mix in the proper way. Yo, when I talk about mixes, on the other side, Mylin with a great round start, trying to get that perfect, that Gucci, baby.
And I'm going to be honest, if this is correct, this would be Mylin's first ever Casa championship as well. I looked back at our tournament champion channel in the Discord, and I didn't see Mylin's name anywhere. So this would be huge, especially to take it over Art, a previous champion, a storied player, somebody known to the community. Mylin able to really take that home would be massive.
Oh, I was going to say defense has to be good, but the walls are broke down. Art now on reset point. Mylin can still take this. They're still on game point in terms of taking the entire tournament. But you see Art kind of just, the spacing from Art with the jump Fierce has kind of put a pain point on Mylin right here. And I feel like you just want to check with the medium punch or you want to dash in, but Art just keeps spacing himself out in a just unusual way, making it hard. But here we go. Run that game plan, baby.
Yeah, Mylin's defense has been very oppressive when they're able to actually fully execute, and a lot of it comes down to that exact spacing you're talking about, but this is where Mylin's been thriving. They throw in these weird overheads that just work. They get the sunset wheel. Everything's coming together. They're trying to stay alive. The reset point is active, and they cannot give it up here.
Not here, not right now. Got V-Trigger on the deck, has to find a way. Trying to get the overhead. No! No, go. We've seen that happen so many times. You have to be better about that, my friend. Mylin still stuck with all the meter. Is he going to be able to use it? You can't use it in the next round. The jump back jab don't work. Mylin got to get out of this corner. Throws out the EX. You cannot use an EX armor, but that check will allow Art to reset the bracket and take us to Shin Casa Finals.
The true finals have been activated. Art is de-aging by the minute. And it's, oh man, I don't know what's going to be left after this. We still have potentially 5 games to go. Will there be any Arturo left at the end of tonight's Casa event? We don't know. Somebody needs to check on him.
Dog, the thing I like about Art is the constant switching of positionings and making Mylin feel real unusual about what they want to do. That I feel like there's moments where they panic and they're trying to get the overheads, they're trying to get in, and if they could just stay solid, they're so close.
They're right on the precipice here. They've done a lot of great things, and I mean, obviously the lore is the play, right? Like you don't want to break out the poison, but maybe do you just, now that we're in the reset, play game 1 as poison, try and put out some feelers?
No, don't do it. Don't do it. That matchup sucks. Don't do it. Do not do it. It's not a fun matchup for poison. The thing about poison is like, it's not gonna be like a 7-3. Was that gonna be a difficult matchup? She's not able to play the kind of whip game that she wants to do. And Sim having a fireball, a teleport, and a lot of oppression just in terms of jump fierce will blow up a lot of the crouching medium punches, things like that, which aren't going to reach half the damn time against Sim. So if you want the win, you definitely have to stick with the Laura. It's more about his decisions in terms of on defense, getting opened up, and then on offense, panicking too much and trying to get in and you're losing more health than you need to when you're like EX or overheading and stuff like that on the wake up, that things that aren't working that Art's been checking constantly.
So as we load in, we're gonna find out what the game plan is. Sticking with the Laura, does get a character, or sorry, a skin swap though. The old outfit not quite doing it for him. They had to bust out the schoolgirl one, and maybe that's distracting to someone of Art's age.
Art's like, hold up now. He's got the Sears Sears catalog underneath the bed.
His 56K modem just can't keep up. He's got to go out and get the paper edition. But man, it is not looking so good for Violin already, who's taking quite a beating in the opener of this round.
Again, not where you want to be. Has to see that EXY as he dashed on in, and again, getting checked. This is always easier said than done. Like, you know what we're saying is, oh, never mind, here's the overhead. Doesn't get the command grab, got a little too greedy. When you're low on health, you usually see command grab players go for the command grab to try to reset the situation, get things going. But Art was aware, he knew what was coming. Hands are up.
Yeah. Oh man, and just the timing there. Uses the different buttons, keeps the spaced out nicely, and checks the dash. Mylin just trapped in a losing scenario there.
Again, switching up the entire options too, using the medium, the jumping fears, but then again, stuck in the corner. But Art has been stuck in the corner so many times against so many characters. He's used to this. He's willing to be here. Mylin got shown something different. Here we go. Things are looking kind of different. It was red before, now it's blue, but here we side switch though. Yo, y'all gotta calm down a little bit because I can't keep up with you guys switching sides, trading places, trading spaces. Relax.
This is exactly what we saw last round as well. We are going to get that EX elbow out from Mylin, though, trying to keep the pressure going, but that's still negative. Doesn't matter how many times you use it right in their face, it's still not going to be plus.
You have to time that a lot better, and you can't be doing on someone that's not gonna be lacking slacking like Art. Like any other sim player, maybe, but caught in the corner, sweep, does it raw, gets the counter hit and right into the throw. There you go, Art. Did the raw side, the risky stuff sometimes comes out in the clutch. For every two cool or smart things you do, you throw a wild one in there, and it worked out. Art, who has been playing this air game, came through sliding on the ground, leaving the skid marks.
Disgusting.
She's feeling. He's feeling unusual, man. I'm just telling you. Sim play? No, okay, I'm gonna stop because the Sim player's gonna start subtweeting me. What do you say about Sim? Sim's on top 10.
Listen, sometimes you just gotta go full monkey. If we learned anything from young Gohan, sometimes you gotta let the monkey out. They can't expect it. You overpower them, and until they cut your tail off, you're feeling pretty good about it. And this is looking like a wrap. Box lunch. Mylin speed running that round.
Any percent, baby. Put him in the corner, and then you gotta run that typical, like really good lower gameplay. Really tight gameplay in the corner. That's how you get those wins. That's what happened right there. You didn't really see Art even go for a V reversal. But then again, I feel like Mylin was running a really tight game. And right here, run it again. Let me see that remix, dog. Let me see that repeat. Let me see the review of what you done do. Oh man, did go to the EX. Could got a little bit more space. But still, Art fighting back.
Yeah, Art, once again, mixing up the timing on his wake-up there. Mylin not quite able to get a read still on those wake-ups, and it does cause these kind of odd situations where they go in for the meaty, it doesn't quite work out, and Art's there with a button.
Drain a little help with that V-trigger activation on block. That's the unfortunate thing. You ate all that chip, dog. No dip. Fear's coming through again. And Art just needs one more hit, and there you go. Like, there's not much you can do in that situation. You can't use the armor because you're gonna die. Because in Season 5, if you don't have the health, you can't pay. You're overdrafted, and you're just dead.
Yeah, overdraft fees are ruthless out there. They just not going to give you any chance to recover. And this is looking like a wrap. I mean, we've seen this before. V reversal out from Art. Does get the teleport. Oh, he actually gets the counter hit too. Not a good look.
Damn, my man anti-jetting from that far. Are you kidding me? The stun building up. Again, max distance on the side. Fading away from the V-trigger activation. Sees the bar at the bottom. Sees that red is coming. He wants things to stay blue. Nice and tranquil right here. Nice and blue and tranquil right here. Art just needs one more good sequence to take out Mylin and to be in game point again. This time for the win of the tournament.
Oh, the overhead. It's so filthy. It's such a risk from Mylin. Gets the air to air, and oh man, Art 2-0 in the true finals, in the grand final reset. Is it gonna happen?
I want to see more games, but it's looking long. Mylin again, break it down. When I feel like they don't have the leader, they can't find like a direct answer in continuously. And again, easier said than done. Like anyone can talk about like how hard, or yeah, you're getting hit in the neutral, whatever. But at the same time, like doesn't have many options to directly get in. He has to player reads on the dashes and things like that. And Art's been checking a lot, just as you see right there, has been checking so much. I like Mylan switching up the defensive wake-up options right here. They can Art whiff a little bit, but you gotta make more things come together if you want that victory.
I mean, Art just has so many different playstyles we've seen so far. Holds back just perfectly to block the EX elbow. Gets a bit of a punish there. And what are you supposed to do here, Smilin? You've tried so many different entrance options, and they've all been shut down. It is like a gulag here from Sim. Just there's no escape. There's no entry. You're just trapped forever.
You activate V-Trigger, you rob them, go through the window, but the protection was up. And the shoes were on the roof with the scope again. Art on set point, pulling it up from losers, from the dungeon with the demons, dog. Pulling Mylan down here, said, dog, this is where you live. You start paying rent.
Yeah, I mean, Bunch will happily accept all of your rent money, and it's looking like a lot of it tonight thanks to that match of Reno. Be sure to hit that link, but I mean, you only have a couple of minutes left at this point. Art is just trying to close this out, sees that championship waiting for them at the end of the tunnel, and is looking with bated breath to get it.
Oh, here we go in the corner. V reversal. We've seen this before. V reversal, start the oppression. Start your power. With the Great Life on the deck, it takes one hit for any jab to do a lot of damage. Art just fading away again with the bad overhead, but Mylan with the recovery, activation. What's in that wallet? What's in that wallet right now? Let me take the receipt, your credit card, your debit card. But here's the activation. Had the protection on. It was in his pocket. It was in his other pocket the entire time. He took the fake one. Art.
Oh, wait.
With the V trigger.
Oh, no.
Falls on it. One more hit to do it. Mylan. Oh, no, the trade in Art's favor. Art will take another Casa tournament, Street Fighter 5 style. Young Art.
Going the distance, took the long road home, making his way all the way through the losers bracket there, gets a little bit of luck breaking his way against Child, and just finds himself with that title, with that championship, with that match of Reno, and Art is feeling good.
You have to be feeling good after that kind of dominance, dog. That's ridiculous. Bunch.
Cause you're in New York. I think Mylan's from New York too, but that's neither here nor there.
Why are you like this?
Hold on, yo, Yon, make sure you put that $20 right here. I got you, baby. Put that $20 right there. Thank you very much. Yo, shout outs to Art. Out here doing toddler Art, killing the game all day. Shout out to Mylan. I think this is the furthest Mylan ever got in this tournament. So big up to him. And third place was Prophet. Prophet again with the lowest of tier character. But he had to break out the Urian for Vastan. We ain't forget.
He
And
busted it out again and lost with it too. So
against Art.
You gotta rub it in? Damn, doggy, like you also lost with that.
Oh, he got 3-0, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I hope
Busted
Child's
up.
okay too. Kind of left us on red. Actually, I don't even think he left us on red. He left us on delivered. So,
That food coma hit him real fast.
yeah. I mean, that's the best case scenario, right? That it was just a food
True.
coma, or he got a you up. So I shouldn't say things like that, right?
It's your brand, Bunch. I'm not here to, unshine you.
Good shit. Um, shit, it's my brand. I can say things like shit. F
It is
word.
Dom's channel though, so don't get him TOS'd.
True. Yo, what up, Dom? um, no, we good. You good, my ninja? Later, guys. I gotta go before I get yelled at. Saint Cola, Doctor, CMOS, Jocks, Liston, Dormancy, Fuck Brad, Michael Dink, the Wonder Twins, Damn It Dom, um, Monkey Business is now a competitor. He doesn't commentate with us no more for some reason. Um,
He's got too
KO
many
don't
esports posts to do.
KO doesn't even hang out with us anymore, but swears he's part of Casa still. And the viewers, the players, I love you all. This was a big ass bracket. We had 20 plus players in every bracket, and then we now with OG Yon's contribution to the Grand Blue pot, we now have $50+ in all three of the prize pools. So thank you very much to all of the people. Um, yeah, thank you to everybody that shares this, that likes this, that uses coupon codes when I ask them to, who doesn't complain about anything. Thank you. People that actually report their matches on time. Thank you. The people that just attend my tournament in some fashion. Thank you. People that buy merch. Shout outs to you. Thank you. And I think I'm done. I think I'm gonna go home. Oh wait, later.
Yeah, and to follow up on that, I do want to give a shout out to all of you who did use the Street Fighter Matcherino code. I know Emmy said it in the chat, but it turns out we actually used all of our coupon codes there. So you guys, you did the thing, you put the codes in, you supported the players here tonight, and can't thank you enough for that. That's what we're here for, really.
Word. Thank you guys for coming through. Really appreciate you guys, hanging out with us, watching Street Fighter 5. Doc, it's been a blast. Where can they find you?
They can find me on Twitter at the Doctor is in with two N's. And if you like my photo, actually, you can follow me over on Instagram too at Michael Parati Photos. And yeah, where can they find you, Saint? I know you're very popular these days, so they're probably already following you, but just remind them where you shit post a lot.
Well, don't follow me. I'm an idiot. I'm actually a giant idiot. So don't follow me at underscore Saint Cola or on Twitch, twitch.tv/, Saint underscore Cola, where I'm, doing the Twitter or the streaming thing. And yeah, don't follow. I'm an idiot. Don't do it. What you guys
It's a
should do
thirst
is make sure
trap,
you guys follow.
really.
Yeah, Nate. Well, it's a dog trap because everyone wants to see Odin. But guys, make sure you guys are following Casa on all the applicable platforms. And uh and that's it. Have a good night.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Keep it live on Twitter, and you won't miss any of the secret announcements that we may or may not have.
Ooh. Peace out, y'all.
Peace.